Welcome to another edition of High School Football 1999, and it will be our final telecast of this year as our Kroger Crunch pregame show. Remember, Kroger Crunch at your area Kroger Food and Drugs. They're filled, jam-crammed with information, and they continue on through the state championships as well. And this one ought to be a dandy as the Salem High Spartans, unbeaten, take on another unbeaten team. Parkview Sterling runs the single wing. Salem, a team that really hasn't been tested much this year, a team that defensively has stopped just about everybody. The same can be held true of Parkview. So both teams with good coaching, very fine football teams, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And so it should be a whale of a football game as the two teams vie to see who will be the Division IV state champion. Of course, last year, Salem wrapped up a victory over Lafayette High School 28-18. That was the Group AA championship. They're trying to make it 2 in a row. Parkview wants to stop that. So it should be a dandy game from James Madison University as the two teams battle for that state title. We'll be back for the kickoff right after this commercial timeout.
In football, this is a wing formation. Mac and Bob's, this is a wing formation. In football, this is an end zone. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cal zone. In football, this is a cheese head. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cheese stick. In football, this is a cold one. At Mac and Bob's, this is a cold one. Football and Mac and Bob's. So many differences, so many similarities.
Former Salem football standout Larry Wills knows about winning, and he wants to serve you as a winning insurance agent representing American National. If you're paying too much for your auto insurance, you may save up to 15 to 35% on your auto insurance. Give Larry Wills a call for a free quote at 389-8500 or stop by his office in the Salem office building. For auto, homeowners, life, or any of your insurance needs, see Larry Wills. He's ready to serve you.
Trust. It's the bond of promises kept. It has no price. It can't be bought. It can only be earned. Trust is an enduring bond that was started over 130 years ago between Okies and the Roanoke Valley. It's given you that comfortable feeling that you can always depend on us.
Welcome to High School Football 1999 on WDRL as the Salem High Spartans taking on the Parkview Sterling Patriots in this Group AA Division IV state championship game from Bridgeforth Stadium on the campus of James Madison University. This is Dave Ross along with the stat man Jerry Caldwell and the rest of our WDRL crew as we get ready for what ought to be a whale of a football game. Both teams 13-0 on the season. And Don, when you look at these two teams, very, very close in terms of points scored, points given up, and basically the way they have destroyed just about every team they've played this year.
That's exactly right, Dave, and that's what a state championship game is supposed to be. The youngsters on both teams have really put forth the effort to have a great season. This is a culmination of something that goes not only back to early August when they started practice, but also to off-season conditioning and the many things that occur to promote a successful program.
And, of course, we do want to mention the Salem High Spartans won the toss, and
they decided to kick off as usual, which is their game plan each and every game, but I think they'll be challenged a little bit more this game because this single wing attack of Parkview is something to behold, and it's going to be something entirely different than what Salem has seen all year, especially in the passing game off of the play-action pass and the misdirection. So it's going to be a challenge for both teams, but one thing we can say, the teams are evenly matched, but looking at this field before the kickoff, Salem is winning so far because they have more fans here, as we anticipated, than do Parkview.
That's right, and listen, let us also mention, guess who's kicking off? Number 23, Nick Schmidt.
The main man.
All right, Schmidt will kick off to the Parkview Sterling Patriots. Here's the kick. He gets off a good one. It's going to go down, be picked up at the 5, out across the 10, 15, 20, running room to the 30, and knocked down at the 33. Number 44 on the return for Parkview, That was Nelson Stickley, and Stickley was stopped at the 33. That's where the Parkview Sterling offense will take over. They'll have Larry Eppard, Andy Skinner, Donnie Cressley, Drew Smith, Brad Sisson, Brian Fong, and Charles Ramey along the front. Nick Smith, Joe Larson, Nelson Stickley, and Dustin Dudinsky in that backfield. Again, they run that single wing. There it goes. That's Smith. Smith going to be stopped as he drives across the 35, met there by Chris Gamere.
And that's the basic play off of this single wing attack. A direct snap to the tailback, double teaming at the line of scrimmage and going with the power play off tackle, picked up good yardage, so they're working with 2nd and 5. And again, one play sets up another with this formation, and they are setting there with their power to the right side.
There goes number 1, and he goes nowhere. That's Dustin Dudinsky. Dudinsky averages some 10 yards a carry, but he was stopped in his tracks, and it was number 24, Roger Waddell. Waddell on that defensive line, along with Alan Crowder, Manuel Lewis, Jacob Needhawk, Gamere, Chrisley, Haley, Schweizer, Buster Sheeler, and E.J. Thomas. And, of course, Nick Schmidt also plays a lot in that defensive backfield.
Well, we've seen 2 different plays on the first 2. Look for some type of pass this time, because it's the kind of thing that they're going to show you some movement and then maybe play action.
There goes the quarterback. He fumbles, and it is picked up. The quarterback, number 9, was it. It went to number 34. Joe Larson picked it up, but a great stick done by Roger Waddell once again.
And Roger Waddell wasn't staying home in a passing situation. He was coming all the way, and with the play action, it took him a little time to do the fake, and by the time that happened, Roger was right in the quarterback's back pocket, and Parkview is very fortunate that Salem didn't capitalize more on that and recover that fumble, because that defense stayed at home when they needed to, and as Willis Weiss has said all week in preparation, they've got to watch their keys, and that they did.
Michael McDermott, there's a bad snap. McDermott tries to get it off, and it is recovered by the Salem High Spartans. It was a bad snap to the punter, Michael McDermott. The Spartans got in there, and just like that, they'll have 1st and 10 at the 15.
Offense gets the headlines, defense wins football game. This Salem defense has been playing so well that it's hard to describe. We talk about kicking team, we talk about offense, we talk about defense. But Willis White has this team prepared defensively, and this is just what the doctor ordered for them, as they want to take this thing. They're already in field goal range, but they want to put 7 on the board here.
All right, 1st and 10, 15-yard line, Andy Mullins. He's got Lewis and Haley behind him. Haley going to get stopped in a sudden hurry. The middle of that defensive line for this Parkview Sterling football team was there to meet him, led by Andrew Hoffman, and also some help from number 20, William Chester. So it is a loss of a yard. It's 2nd and 11, 9.5 and counting left in this first quarter of play. Once again, that line, Millard, the tight end, Sauer, Mead, Litz, Joe Anderson, Nathan Anderson, and Jeremy Sheeler, the split end. There's Mullins, gonna look, penalty marker down, and it's intercepted by number 9 on that interception, Nick Smith. The 170-pound junior picks it off. There is a penalty marker back at the 18.
I think this is probably going to be holding against the offense, and if it is Salem, it is holding. Salem wasn't prepared to take advantage of the opportunity that was presented them. So we've seen 2 offensive series, we've seen a fumble, and we've seen an interception. So these teams are evenly matched offensively, defensively, kicking game-wise, and what you're seeing there is a little bit of pregame jitters.
All right, and there is a break here in the action. The score, Salem High School nothing and Parkview Sterling nothing. We're back right after this commercial timeout.
Friends, I'd like to talk to you about a family-run business that's been in Salem for a long time. That's right, Classic Cars and Trucks. Visit Classic Cars and Trucks at 24 West 4th Street, 3 blocks from the Salem Civic Center on the old 460 bypass, where you have your choice of a foreign or domestic SUV, 4x4, or pickup truck at reasonable prices. Visit Dale today at Classic Cars and Trucks, and he'll find you what you're looking for.
cleaner air ducts, cleaner draperies, carpet and upholstery. Need to remove unpleasant odors, mildew, cigarettes, or pet odors? Call ServPro for a free estimate on cleaning your home. Moving into a new home or selling your home? Call ServPro. A clean house sells faster. Water in your basement, fire and smoke damage in your kitchen? ServPro is available 24 hours a day for emergencies.
Hi, I'm Quinn Mongan from ServPro. Call us today at 389-5818 for a free estimate of any of our residential and commercial cleaning services.
Canes Communication Systems in Salem is one-stop shopping for all your communication needs. Canes has the latest in digital pagers, cellular phones, and service. Canes has unlimited digital minutes for only $60 a month, or a 100-minute-a-month plan with a 12-state local calling area for just $25. Canes is a full-service repair and installation facility. As a Motorola authorized two-way dealer, they can offer excellent prices on all your paging, cellular, and two-way radio needs. Go two-way for Y2K.
All right, we are back at it, and there's running room. That's number 44 off and running. He's to the 50. He's to the 45 and stopped right there. Number 22, E.J. Thomas, brings down number 44, Nelson Stickley.
Okay, that time Stickley received the direct snap. He gave the old, what they call the buck lateral fake, and just did the spin and went right up the middle. Hey, Nelson Stickley, 5'11", 196, gains 1,217 yards during the year, and that was just a good example of the different looks that this offense gives you. So, as I say, Dave, it's knock down, drag them out for both teams.
Here we go, 1st and 10 in Salem territory, 45. There's running room and closing up quickly for Dustin Dudinsky. Chris Gamir was in on the tackle. Also, Dennis Haley was there, and it is a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8. The ball resting at the 43 in Salem territory. 8:40 and counting here left in quarter number 1.
And that time, Stickley did misdirection and gave on actually on the reverse, but they're going to have a play also where they're going to show you the misdirection, fake the spin, and then run a pitch off of it.
There goes number 44 with the football. That's Stickley. Stickley to the 40. Stickley to the 35. Cuts it back to the 30 and knocked down at the 25. And saving a touchdown was number 2 defensively there. That's Spencer Chrisley. But Nelson Stickley drives it inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line of the Salem Spartans.
And one thing you have to be impressed with is this offensive line so far of Parkview, because that time they had those guards pulling and leading. Not only did they pull, but they were able to clear the linebackers out to provide the big gain. And, you know, this type of game, the way it looks now, we talked about defense, but these offenses, they're going to be well geared too. So we're seeing a lot of different looks.
Here we are, 1st and 10. Ball on the 24. There's a penalty marker down as picking up the football, Nick Smith, but the penalty marker came down, and this one will go against the Patriots as they had illegal procedure. That'll cost them 5, and it will be 1st down and 15. 7:57 remaining, quarter number 1.
Well, we might add, each and every game, as far as the kicking game goes, with Nick Smith, Salem's had quite an advantage. But looking at Parkview, their kicker, Brandon DeVell, has a state record for extra points. He's kicked 60 out of 70, and he broke Shane Graham's record. So they're probably in field goal range right now also.
That's right. He will be the kicker. That's number 8, Brandon DeVelli, and he is a good one. There is another penalty marker down. This one we will see. It is against the Spartans, and there it is. They had that encroachment. It'll cost them 5, so we'll go back to 1st and 10, and it will move back to the original line of scrimmage, just inside the 25, close to the 24.
You know, Dave, this offense will tease you a little bit as far as the secondary is concerned, because you see all of that action, and it's natural to want to come up and stop that run. So the secondary for Salem has to be very well aware that they're going to see that action somewhere along the way, and they're going to get a good play-action pass off of it.
There it goes. There goes the quarterback. That's Smith. Smith breaks a tackle, and then it closes down at about the 18. Hanging on there was number 10, Jacob Needhawk. And Nick Smith, who has passed for some 1,700 yards, 23 touchdowns, and run for 964, close to 1,000, and another 17 touchdowns. And my math means that's 40 touchdowns he's accounted for. So they have a good gain of 7 yards. It's 2nd and 3. They are inside the 20. There it goes. That's Smith again. This time he's going to be jammed up shy of the 15. Coming up off the bottom of that pile, number 3, Chris Schweizer. Schweizer, the 5'9.5", 160-pounder, brings him down just shy of the 15, so it'll be third and about a yard for the Parkview Sterling Patriots, just shy of the 15-yard line.
Well, you know, Dave, these programs mirror each other in a lot of ways because Mickey Thompson, the coach at Parkview, has been quite successful. And as he looks out and sees Nick Smith operate, he realizes that he's got this young man back for another year.
He certainly does. There it goes. He's got the first down and more, and he will be stopped inside the 10. Hanging on was number 9 there, Jeremy Sheeler, but give Smith credit as he gets the first down at the 10. Drew Smith, the center, the 192-pound senior, Brad Sisson, Donnie Cressley, Brian Fong, Andy Skinner, and Larry Eppert and Charles Ramey along that front line for this Parkview High School football team. Here we go. There's running room, and knocked down is Stickley as he gets to about the 6. One of the first to meet him there was Schweizer, also Spencer Chrisley and Alan Crowder. It will be a gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
As you watch this offense, watch number 34, the blocking back, Joe Lawson, 6'3", 215. He is a key to that attack because he pulls, he adds power whichever way the ball goes.
There it goes. And nowhere to go. Smith was stopped by Jacob Needhock, number 10. Needhock, the 5'11", 175-pound senior who's done such a great job all season long for this Spartan defense, brings him down for a loss, and it's back at the 6. So it'll be an all-important third down as we are inside of 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
Well, again, with the situation of being 5 yards to go and 1 down to do it, because if they don't get the first down, they're going to kick the field goal. But I look for them, being a strong passing team, I look for them to throw the football this time.
All right, there's Smith. Goes back. There is the running room. Touchdown. Number 1, Dustin Dudinsky. Dudinsky, who averages some 10 yards a carry and also averages 25 yards per catch, goes in for the touchdown. He's the little guy on this offense, 5'6", a 150-pound junior, but he found the room there, goes in for the touchdown, and now Brandon DeVelli will try and add point number 7.
Well, they didn't have to throw it because that play was so well designed when it was a direct snap and then it was a semi-reverse. And again, Dave, you have to be impressed with this offense and this offensive line. They aren't big, but gosh, are they effective.
Certainly are. So we have our first score here. The score, Parkview Sterling 7, the Salem High Spartans nothing. We will be back with more of this first quarter action right after this commercial timeout. For all your computer needs, stop by Computer Sales and Service Incorporated at 5720 Williamson Road, Suite 101 in Roanoke. They offer professional service on computers and printers, including Acer, Hewlett-Packard, IBM, Okadata, Compaq, and much, much more. Bob Wills will do the job and do it right for you each and every time. So stop by or call Computer Sales and Service at 563-0755 for all your computer needs.
When you picture a used car, do you see this or do you see this? Find Freedom Auto Sales pre-owned vehicle. And not only is the Freedom car very nice, very solid, it comes with the best warranty in the business. 30 days, 100%. Oh, say your credit isn't that great. Freedom believes you have the right to start fresh if you've had problems. So why settle for this when you can have this? At Freedom Auto Sales, you're free to get financing on a great car with the best warranty in the business.
Hi, I'm Scooter Darnell of Waldrop Realty. I've lived here all my life. I know Salem property. I've been selling Salem real estate since 1985 and have been the top sales agent for the past 7 years running. Salem real estate, it's exciting, it's fast, and you can't beat the return. Like Salem football. Congratulations to Coach White and the rest of the Spartans. Be a winner. Come home to Salem.
Salem Bank and Trust has just celebrated 20 years of proud service to Salem and Southwest Virginia. Salem Bank and Trust has friendly employees with a hometown touch that gives you all the services you need in a bank. like free personal and business checking, the best CD rates around, Saturday drive-up banking, and Salem Bank and Trust is the best place to shop for all types of home mortgage loans. For all your banking needs, Salem Bank and Trust, your local independent bank with 5 locations, member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Back here at Bridgeforth Stadium on the campus of James Madison University, striking first, Parkview as going in for the touchdown. Dustin Dudinsky from 6 yards out. Brandon DeVelli adds the extra point. And so the Spartans of Salem are behind 7-0 as DeVelli will kick this one off. Haley, Sheeler, and Schweizer are back deep. It comes to Sheeler at the 15. Sheeler at the 20, cuts it back to the 25, and he's stopped right there. Number 1, Dudinsky, who scored the touchdown, was right there on special teams to bring him down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 25.
Well, it's 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter to show you exactly what that drive did. Salem has had 2 offensive plays the entire first quarter. And by taking that ball and driving it with that long, successful drive, Parkview kept the ball away from Salem, which is actually following the page in Salem's book because that's what the Spartans like to do. So Salem just needs to get their offense coordinated here and put forth a good drive. And again, Dave, this could be the kind of game where the last team to have the ball will win.
Okay, there's running room. That's Spencer Chrisley, and Chrisley gets a nice gain of about 5, takes the handoff from Andy Mullins. Again, remember, Chrisley will come in for Manuel Lewis. You'll see E.J. Thomas and Dennis Haley at the tailback position. And, of course, Jason Buster, the wideout, Ryan Millard, the tight end, and Jeremy Sheeler is the split end.
I think Andy Mullins is really going to be a key to this offensive attack because I don't think Salem, I think they're going to move the ball, but I think they're going to be able to have to throw it too. And when they pass in situations, they're going to really try to put the pressure on Andy Mullins.
All right, here goes Mullins, going to look, going to throw, and it's incomplete. And putting the pressure on was number 89. That's Jonathan Petrie, the 6'3", 183-pound senior coming in from his defensive end position. Put the pressure on quarterback Andy Mullins, and he was unable to team up. So it will be a 3rd down, 5 yards to go inside of 4 minutes, quarter number 1. Parkview Sterling leads this one 7-0.
Well, Salem needs a first down here badly because they do not want to give up the ball because if they do it this time, Parkview would get excellent field position. So this is a very big play.
There is running room and driving across the 30 down to the 33, which is going to be about 2 yards shy. That was Spencer Chrisley. So Chrisley is brought down again the middle of that line. Andrew Hoffman was there along with Joey Wisen.
Well, this is an unusual situation for the Spartans, Dave, because they are behind. And if I'm correct, I think they've only been behind one other time the entire season. So, you know, they're going to try to cover this kick, and that defense is going to try to make some plays. But we thought before this game that these teams are very evenly matched, and so far everything that we thought is true.
That's Jason Buster with a punt. He gets it off. It's taken at about the 35 to the 40. And knocked down at the 41. That was number 7 on the return. That is Tim Murphy, and he was stopped by number 2, Spencer Chrisley. But they'll have good field position out across the 40 at about the 42, 43-yard line.
Again, you have to be impressed with the single wing attack, and the good thing about it, Dave, is the fact that they've been able to run 3 different guys in there for some pretty good yardage. Otherwise, it's hard to key on one particular guy. You've got your tailback, you've got your fullback, and you've got your wingback, and each and every one of them have been impressive so far. So, again, I think this is a big drive for the Salem defense. They have to try to make something happen and stop this attack.
All right, Nick Smith once again in there. There it goes. There's some running room. Number 44, Stickley. Stickley is stopped at the midfield stripe, and number 23, Nick Schmidt, did a good job of hanging on, tripping him up, but he falls forward to the midfield stripe. That's a great gain on first down of about 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Patriots at midfield.
And again, I've got to emphasize that this blocking back, Joe Lawson, number 34, he's out on that corner blocking those linebackers, and he's a big youngster, and he is really, you can almost watch him. He's to the left side this time and tell which way that football is going because he's a real asset.
2nd down, 3 yards to go at midfield. There's the quarterback going to throw, and it is knocked down. Knocked down. Haley and Waddell were over there. as quarterback Nick Smith was trying to get that out there. He had number 1 Dudinsky out there and also number 44 Nelson Stickley, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 3. Midfield is the marking for Parkview Sterling.
Well, that was a good passing down because with their offensive attack, they feel like they can make 3 yards. And if they don't get 3, they may even gamble because they haven't had negative yardage yet. So they're looking for positive yardage.
Here we go. 3rd down. There it goes. That's the quarterback, Smith. He breaks a tackle, and then he is jammed up. Good play by number 32, Gamir, and number 19, Jason Buster, to stop him. And I think he will be shy of the 1st down. He had to get to the 47 of Salem, and it looks like he's at the 48.
Well, you know, all year long we've raved about the Salem linebackers. They are really in a position today to have to play well, but the thing about it is Parkview is spreading the field from sideline to sideline and then going up that middle, and these linebackers are doing a lot of running. Most teams that Salem has played all year has been off-tackle teams. That's a short ways to go, but when you're defending that whole field from sideline to sideline, it really can wear those linebackers out. So they're going to be a very important cog as far as this defensive tack is concerned.
All right, they are at the 48. They need to go to the 47. And it will be a 4th down and a yard. Clock running. We are down inside of 2 minutes left, quarter number 1.
Tailback off tackle to the right side.
There it is. He's going to throw it, and he got him. He completed it, and Needhawk hangs on, but he needed only a yard. He got a couple. That was number 15 on the reception for the football team, as that was coming up with that one, Charles Ramey.
Well, that was excellent coaching because they got a special play at a special time, and every team needs that. They faked the power off tackle only to stop and hit the tight end on a delay pattern. So all the action went to the football, leaving the tight end wide open for the short game.
All right, down to 1.5 minutes and counting left, quarter number 1, 7-0 Parkview. There's Smith, got time, gonna look, gonna throw, got Dudinsky out there, and in and out of his hands. Sheeler came over to close on it along with Nick Schmidt, but Dudinsky, who averages some 25 yards per catch, and half of his catches have gone for touchdowns, stretched it out, couldn't come up with an incomplete, so it is a 2nd and 10 for Parkview High School.
And you saw what kind of arm that Nick Smith had that time because he threw that about 50 yards, and it was a tight spiral all the way. You know, the youngster has an unusual throwing motion as he throws sidearm, but the thing about it is that spiral is tight, and it was right on the fingertips.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. 45-yard line in Salem territory. Parkview with the lead. There's running room. That's Stickley, and Stickley will drive out to the 35, close to the 34. Once again, Waddell and Haley were there, but it is 1st down yardage for the Patriots.
You know, in reading some of the pregame write-ups, one thing Willis White has been very concerned about is seeing this type of attack that he hasn't seen all year. It was very hard for his scout team to duplicate the action of the single wing, and his defense has been practicing against it all week. But when you get in and you see a team that's very effective at running it, it's a lot different than defending your scout team. So they're getting, I guess you might say, they're getting organized as far as what to do, but Coach White will be making adjustments as the game goes on.
And there's an injury on the field, so as we have a timeout, the score here, Parkview High School 7, the Salem High Spartans nothing. We're back with more first quarter action right after this. Balzer and Associates have played a part in many buildings in the Roanoke area and throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. Balzer and Associates have quality engineers, surveyors, planners, and architects. Balzer and Associates, reflecting tomorrow. They are proud to be a part of their community. Balzer and Associates at Corporate Circle in Roanoke and Branchway Road in Richmond. Balzer and Associates, commercial, industrial, residential, new construction, as well as renovation, serving the community and state with excellence.
This program is brought to you by Humphrey Stump and Haney, a locally owned, full-service, independent insurance agency offering auto, home, business, bonding, life, and health insurance.
Remember, for all your insurance needs, see Humphrey Stump and Haney Insurance. They are proud supporters of the Salem Spartans and the Salem community. Stop by 25 East Main Street, Salem, or call 389-2327. For all your sign needs, get a sign up on the competition. Call the sign experts for signs that inform, direct, and sell. Fast Signs for a quality sign that's right on time. Fast Signs will do the job right for you each and every time. They're located at 3540 Electric Road in Promenade Park in Roanoke, or call 989-7874. Fast Signs for a quality sign that's right on time, giving you the best in service year-round. Back here at Bridgeforth Stadium, the youngster that was a little shaken up, but going off, Brad Sisson, number 67, the right guard. And he is being helped off to the sideline. Does not look good. And let's hope he'll be all right, as it is a first down, 10 yards to go inside the 35-yard line for Parkview High School.
And with a minute 20 remaining in the first quarter, Salem has had 5 offensive plays. When we call on the stat man in a minute, you're going to be amazed at the number of yards that Parkview has picked up.
There goes Smith, going to look to throw, going to look. Needhawk puts it on, and what a catch by number 34 on the reception. That's Joe Larson. Larson at the sideline sort of one-handed it and somehow stayed in bounds, caught it, and it'll be a first down at the 21.
You have to love the poise of Nick Smith. He ran to the sideline, just waiting for the right opportunity to get rid of the ball, and there's that blocking back out there, sliding into the passing scheme, Joe Lawson, and Smith just actually dumped it over the line of scrimmage and threw it high, and Lawson was able to go up and get it, so you see his versatility right there.
So another first down at the 21. Parkview really controlling this first quarter, and we're inside of a minute. There goes Dudinsky. Look at his speed. He stopped at the 20, breaks a tackle, and is in. Dustin Dudinsky with his second touchdown. That time he carries it in from the 22, and that will be point number 13 as the first quarter is about ready to expire.
And as we look at these playoff games, we see that Parkview, going into these playoffs, in their 3 playoff games, has scored 37 points, 54 points, and 48 points. So the offensive scheme is just something to behold, and not one guy does it, it's a bunch of them.
DeVelli was going to try the extra point. A flag came down. It's 13-0. As Dustin Dudinsky has scored both touchdowns, that one from 21 yards out, the other one from 6 yards out. It's illegal procedure. It'll go against the Patriots, so they'll cost him 5 yards, and he'll have to kick this one from about the spot on the 14, 15-yard line.
I guess we could add that name to our list of football names. Dustin Dudinsky?
That's it, Dustin Dudinsky, 5'6", 150-pound junior. There's the kick. It is up, and it is good. So the Parkview Sterling Patriots have a lead. The score, Parkview 14 and the Salem High Spartans nothing. We are back with the final part of this first quarter right after this commercial timeout.
Friends, I'd like to talk to you about a family-run business that's been in Salem for a long time. That's right, Classic Cars and Trucks. Visit Classic Cars and Trucks at 24 West 4th Street, 3 blocks from the Salem Civic Center on the old 460 bypass, where you have your choice of a foreign or domestic SUV, 4x4, or pickup truck at reasonable prices. Visit Dale today at Classic Cars and Trucks, and he'll find you what you're looking for.
Trust. It's the bond of promises kept. It has no price. It can't be bought. It can only be earned. Trust is an enduring bond that was started over 130 years ago between Okies and the Roanoke Valley. It's given you that comfortable feeling that you can always depend on us.
In football, this is a wing formation. Mac and Bob's, this is a wing formation. In football, this is an end zone. In Mac and Bob's, this is a Cal zone. In football, this is a cheese head. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cheese stick. In football, this is a cold one. At Mac and Bob's, this is a cold one. Football and Mac and Bob's. So many differences, so many similarities.
Here goes the kickoff taken by Haley at the 5. He's to the 10, to the 20, and knocked down at the 25-yard line. So it will be first down and 10 yards to go as the clock is winding down in this first quarter. Of course, Parkview with a phenomenal first quarter of play.
Dave, that's right. After Salem and Parkview exchanged turnovers, Parkview now has run 21 plays. They got 6 first downs. They got 134 yards total offense. On the other hand, Salem, which we're not used to seeing, Salem ran 5 plays, no first downs, and 8 yards total offense.
Man alive, that's what you call a wide discrepancy in the statistics. And the Spartans will go. That's running room as driving across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. That's number 35, Manuel Lewis.
Well, Salem's going to try to make some first downs and just get their offense in gear. But one thing to remember here is that so far the way the game has started off with Parkview dominating, it's sort of stunned the Salem crowd, and they're just sitting here in disbelief right now. So this offense has got to make some plays to get this crowd back into the ball game, because it can be very uplifting for them when they're in it.
All right, there goes Mullins, going to throw. He's got a man out there, and it is caught by Jason Buster to the 20 and all the way down to the 8-yard line. Jason Buster on the pass from Andy Mullins. He got behind the defensive back and carries it down. They'll mark it at the 11-yard line.
And needless to say, the crowd is in the game now, because that was just a wonderful, wonderful pass pattern. And we know that Andy can throw it that far. He dropped back. The protection was good. And again, with that kind of receiver,
it's just a great, great play. So give all the credit to Andy Mullins the first quarter, as he led him perfectly on that pass to Jason Buster. And he goes as quarter number 1 is concluded. The score here, Parkview Sterling 14, Salem High School nothing. We're back right after this.
Hi, I'm Scooter Darnell of Waldrop Realty. I've lived here all my life. I know Salem property. I've been selling Salem real estate since 1985 and have been the top sales agent for the past 7 years running. Salem real estate, it's exciting, it's fast, and you can't beat the return. Like Salem football. Congratulations to Coach White and the rest of the Spartans. Be a winner. Come home to Salem.
If you're a sports fan, you need to get the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. It's crammed full of information on high school, college, and professional sports, including our area professional teams like the Roanoke Express, the Roanoke Wrath, and the Salem Avalanche. And also there's some interesting columns and other information each and every month in the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. So if you're interested in sports, get the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. It's free and it's a great reading.
Salem Bank and Trust has just celebrated 20 years of proud service to Salem and Southwest Virginia. Salem Bank and Trust has friendly employees with a hometown touch that gives you all the services you need in a bank. Like free personal and business checking, the best CD rates around, Saturday drive-up banking, and Salem Bank and Trust is the best place to shop for all types of home mortgage loans. For all your banking needs, Salem Bank and Trust, your local independent bank with 5 locations, member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Back here at Bridgeforth Stadium, the Salem High Spartans on a beautiful pass play from quarterback Andy Mullins to Jason Buster gives them some life here. 1st and 10, the ball resting at the Parkview Sterling 11-yard line.
We talked about Nick Smith's arm, but all year long we've talked about Andy Mullins, and he's always been a good short passer, but he has really come on and throwing that long ball. And again, that pass play ended up being 58 yards, and he must have thrown it about close to 50 in the air. So his arm strength is so very important, and again, it's going to be important that the Spartans are able to protect him and give him time when he needs to throw, but look for him to try to mash this one in there on the ground.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. This is the first play of quarter number 2. The Spartans, who have not had much going offensively, are in business. There's Spencer Chrisley, and Chrisley will get 5 yards to the 6. Hanging on to make the tackle for that defense was number 7 defensively. That's Timmy Murphy. But Murphy, gives 5 yards to the running of Spencer Chrisley. 2nd and 5, the ball at the 6-yard line.
Well, this is tough territory here. It's tough duty, but you've got to just try to pound it in there. And the thing that you want to do here is you just want to take 2 downs to get a first down if necessary.
All right, there goes the handoff. Look at Chrisley. Chrisley's down to the 1, and that'll be a first down. Chrisley only needed to get to the 1. If they mark it there, it's inside the 1-yard line, and it will be 1st and goal at the 1.
The reason you're seeing them attack the middle is that Parkview has been primarily in a 5-man front, but they've been overshifting to the tight end side with 3 linemen that way, and that's left that middle a little bit open. And Billy Miles, in calling the plays, is really starting to take advantage of that.
Well, I said it was a first down. I'm pretty sure it is, but they are going to measure this one. He had to get down to the 1, and it is. It's 1st and goal at the 1, so this is where you like to be, 4 downs to get less than a yard.
Well, again, the first down was the important thing, and that's what Coach White was thinking about, was getting that yardage in 2 downs, but they got it in 1. So consequently, now they're in great position to get back into this football game, and it will certainly be a confidence builder. But the main thing they've got to do after they score is they've got to be able to control Parkview's offense.
All right, we played a minute of the 2nd quarter. There goes a handoff, touchdown. In for the touchdown. Number 2, Spencer Chrisley. Chrisley did the job. He carried that football from the 11 to the 6 to the 1, and then on the 4th running play, he snaps it over from the 1-yard line, and the Spartans are on the board as they now can cut the lead with a Nick Schmidt extra point try to make it 14-7.
You don't want to be a one-dimensional offense, and Andy Mullins' passing has provided them with an extra dimension. And then once they were able to get to field position, that offensive line took over. Great running by Chrisley in there. Great play calling. So, as I said a little while ago, we needed to get the crowd alive. They are alive.
Indeed they are. And so we have a timeout here. The score, Parkview Sterling High School 14, Salem High 7. We're back with more 2nd quarter action right after this.
Isn't it time a car dealer stopped the games and gimmicks? I'm George Pelton, and I think it is. That's the first reason why First Team Auto Mall introduced no hassle buying. At First Team Auto Mall, we've eliminated the games and gimmicks by posting our lowest no hassle prices on every car and truck. If you want one price, the lowest price, see us first.
First Team Auto Mall, Hyundai, Suzuki, Isuzu, Nissan, Subaru, VW.
Hi, I'm Scott Fisher, your local Rockingham insurance agent here in Roanoke. Call me today or stop by our office at 7400 Sunnybrook Drive in Northeast Roanoke, where we offer competitive pricing, local claim service, and remember, we are here to help you.
See Rockingham agent Scott Fisher for rock-solid insurance protection for all your insurance needs. Scott Fisher also offers a full line of financial services. See Rockingham agent Scott Fisher today. Your family's home is worthy of the best. That's why the friendly family at Cook Siding and Window Company is proud to offer only the best custom-built replacement windows, storm doors, porch and patio enclosures, vinyl siding, trim, and so much more. Cook Siding and Window, your Armaclad dealer, supplying the best in Armaclad products. Cook, Roanoke's premier home improvement company, will work for you. Cook Siding and Window, installing quality products since 1954.
The National Radon Test is about to begin. Radon can penetrate a concrete block. You can protect yourself from radon by wearing a gas mask. New homes can be built to protect your family from radon. Some people are immune to radon. When buying a home, you should always make sure it's been tested for radon. The Office of the Surgeon General strongly advises all homes be tested for radon. Radon is the 2nd leading cause of lung cancer. You can call 1-800-SOS-RADON to find out how to get your family's home tested and made safer.
All right, back to action here. as Nick Schmidt will kick this one off, and he will get this one, and it's going to go in and out of the end zone. We have seen that many a time this season, and Nick Schmidt just did one of his bomb shots into the end zone.
Well, that's called being fired up now. That offensive touchdown is going to fire up that defense now, and we're going to look for them to try to come through here, cause some losses, and force a punt, and then they would get good field position and maybe be able to get this thing in and tie it up here before halftime. But again, they've got to prove that they can effectively stop this great-looking single-wing attack.
Here we go with the offense of Parkview Sterling. They lead this one, but it's now a 14-7 ball game. And there goes the blocking back, and he pitches it back, and he's going to fumble all the way back at the 10-yard line. That was Joe Larson. He pitched it back to Nick Smith, and Smith, not expecting it, was lucky to come up with a football, and the Spartan defense nailed him back at the 9.
Well, Joe Lawson has been a blocking back, and we've seen him do some good things today, but that certainly wasn't a good decision at that end of the field. The play was virtually stopped, and he tried to toss it back, and only a good play by Smith kept it from being disaster. But this is what the Salem defense needed. Stop them from 2 downs here, force that punt.
Second down, a loss of 11. They've got to get 21 yards for the first down. There it is. There's going to be the handoff, and Stickley is going to be stopped for not much. He gets out to about the 13, 14-yard line. Spencer Chrisley was there. Also had some help over there from number 3 defensively for the Spartans, Chris Schweizer, and they stop him for a gain out to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, Nick Smith better tighten up his chin strap this time because it was third and very long. You anticipate the pass. Coach White is going to have some extreme pressure going in there, but on the other end of the other side of the fence, Coach Thompson might have something devised in a long yardage situation like this. So this is a very, very important play for the Spartan defense.
All right, here we go. Third and a long way for Parkview. There goes Smith. He's going to look. Waddell got him. He broke away. Now he's looking to run, and he cuts it inside, makes another great cut, and finally he's going to be stopped, but shy of the first down. Fortunately for the Spartans, they needed a long way to go, and Nick Smith almost did it, but he's going to come up about 7 yards shy at the 24.
That gives you some idea of what a great athlete Nick Smith is. He almost turned a terrible play for his offense into a big play, but the thing you got to do is give the Salem defense credit. We looked for pressure. We saw Roger Riddell right in his back pocket and forced him out of the pocket. He was able to pick up a couple blockers. Remember, Dave, Salem is as good in the punt return game as anybody. Let's see if they can get one here.
They've got 2 of the best, Schweizer and Sheeler. This is a punt. It will be taken out at the 45. That's Schweizer, and Schweizer gets a couple out of it, and they will be close to midfield. So exactly what Salem wanted to do, stop them, and now with great field position at the 48.
And Coach White didn't even have a return on that time. I think they were thinking more about the possibility of blocking it because the 2 deep men were back there sort of on their own, did a good job of catching it, protecting it. We'll take the ball on the 48. And notice I say we, Dave, because this is one of those games that I have to like, a state championship game, but we can root for those Spartans here because there aren't local teams involved.
That's exactly right. When we have it during the season, we like to see all the local teams win, and it's local team against local team. This one, Northern Virginia against the Salem Spartans. First and 10, 48-yard line. There goes the quarterback, Mullins. Going to throw. Got a man wide open and dropped by Chrisley. Chrisley was working with that football, almost had it, and would have had a huge gain probably down inside the 35-yard line, but could not hold on.
You know, there's been a lot, you talk about rivalry between Northern Virginia and Western Virginia. There's been a lot of publicity with the old T.C. Williams team where Coach Boone came into Victory Stadium and beat a good Andrew Lewis team, and he raved about it, and of course they've done a movie about that team, but few people remember that the next year when he came to town, he was shut completely down by Patrick Henry's 1973 defensive team, which Willis White was a big part of that defense.
Yeah, he was. There's a handoff. They will get across midfield into just barely Parkview territory. That was Chrisley again. Chrisley getting a lot of carries here. Just shy of the 49-yard line in Parkview territory. 3rd down and 7 for the Salem High Spartans as they get inside of 8 minutes left in the first half. This is a big one. Andy Mullins barking signals, gonna run with it and be stopped for no gain. Good pursuit there by that defense. Number 32 was one of the first to meet him defensively for that team, Kyle Mazaris, and Mazaris brings him down.
Needless to say, Willis White is no stranger to championship play because he was a part of Coach Gaynor's staff on that 73 team at PH. He took another team after taking over at PH to the state finals. That was a Patrick Henry team that was defeated by a great Petersburg team. And then, of course, he's had his success at Salem, so he's certainly no stranger to these big games.
There's a great punt by Buster. Look at this. Look at that. And it will almost be down there by Haley, but he could not quite reach it. But it's a great punt of about 50 yards from the line of scrimmage and over 60 from where Buster let her fly, and it will be 1st and 10 for Parkview at their own 20-yard line.
You know, the old ardent Andrew Lewis and Salem fans will remember this, but when T.C. Williams came in that time, Coach Boone came to the coaching clinic the next year and said something about the star on the mountain was flashing disaster as they flew out. So when he came back to the clinic after that, we had to remind him what color that star was when he got shut out.
There you go. There's a sort of play that didn't quite get off, but Stickley makes something out of it and gets about 8 yards on it, as he is stopped at about the 29-yard line. Jeremy Sheeler was there defensively for the Spartans, and it will be 2nd down and 2 for Parkview Sterling.
And with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half, Salem desperately wants to get the ball again, but on the other hand, Parkview wants to control this thing and take it on in there with the lead.
There's Smith, and he doesn't get the first down. He got to about the 30. The first guy nosediving in there was number 10, Jacob Needhawk. And also helping out on that defensive play was number 32, Chris Gamir. So it will be 3rd and about a yard for the first down as the Parkview Sterling offense trying to get this first down. They lead in this one 14-7 on the campus of JMU at Bridgeforth Stadium. Here it goes. It's to Smith. Smith drives, and he didn't. Well, he might have gotten it on that lunge. He had to get to about the 31, and on the spot, it looks very close. But they say it is a first down, 1st and 10.
In short yardage situations, you can pretty much look to the side of the blocking back, number 34, Joe Lawson, because he is the guy that's going to give him that extra power blocker, and it was a power off tackle to the left side. He was lined up in the blocking back over to there. So you see a lot of people run that off of the I formation. They just run it from a little bit of a different formation.
There goes the pass. It will go to Stickley, and Stickley will be stuck for a loss. Number 19, Jason Buster, and number 38, Dennis Haley, bring him down. Basically, Stickley will lose a yard, and it will be 2nd and 11. Good defensive penetration by that Salem defense.
Again, they're watching their keys. They're seeing what's happening. And again, we talked about the fact that they're defending the whole field. Great job by those two on that side. Haley, of course, we've seen a lot of things that he's done well at linebacker.
All right, down inside of 5 minutes left, first half. There goes running room, Stickley, and he's not going to get anywhere again. That time, number 3, Schweizer, was there. Also looks like Needhawk again. And so Chrisley helps out. It will be 3rd and 11.
Again, Dave, earlier we said that Willis White would be making adjustments he has made, and all of a sudden this defense is playing with a lot more confidence. The crowd is cheering to stop them here on 3rd down because they want that ball again and they want another score on that board before halftime.
Boy, what a great crowd here. The Salem High side pack, good crowd from Parkview. This is a great facility here at James Madison. There's the pass, and that's going to be knocked out. Haley's got the interception. Haley is knocked down at the 30-yard line, and I did not catch who put his hand on that football, but it was knocked up and intercepted by Dennis Haley, very much like the interception he had last week against Martinsville.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't like the looks of this. They're pointing the other way. I don't know what happened, but the interception undoubtedly is going to be taken away, and they're going to have to do a little explanation now.
Unless he fumbled.
I think the other official, way he was on the other side of the field, was making a sign like Haley when he was hit before he hit the ground. He fumbled the football, and Parkview got on the ball.
All right, so boy, that's a big turnaround, because what it is with a change of possession, it gives them a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30, and we're down to the 4-minute mark remaining in this first half. There goes running room. That's Stickley. Stickley almost broke it and is stopped at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's only natural. Your defense plays great. They create what they think is a turnover. All of a sudden, I got so excited at seeing the turnover, I didn't see the last part of the play, and I thank the stat man for being so effective there. But it's a natural tendency now because the defense didn't get the turnover. They let up a little bit on first down and gave up 9 yards. And, again, it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this half, and as well as just Smith can throw the ball, once they cross this, get up close to midfield, you'll see them putting the ball in the air or something.
All right, here we go. You can see that Salem defense. There goes running room, and that's Stickley. Stickley will be stopped as he gets across the 40 down to about the 42-yard line. There's a break here in the action with a score. Parkview Sterling 14, the Salem High Spartans 7. We're back right after this commercial timeout.
This program is brought to you by Humphrey Stump and Haney, a locally owned, full-service, independent insurance agency offering auto, home, business, bonding, life, and health insurance.
Remember, for all your insurance needs, see Humphrey Stump and Haney Insurance. They are proud supporters of the Salem Spartans and the Salem community. Stop by 25 East Main Street, Salem, or call 389-2327. For all your sign needs, get a sign up on the competition. Call the sign experts for signs that inform, direct, and sell. Fast Signs for a quality sign that's right on time. Fast Signs will do the job right for you each and every time. They're located at 3540 Electric Road in Promenade Park in Roanoke, or call 989-7874. Fast Signs for a quality sign that's right on time, giving you the best in service year-round. In NASCAR, there can only be one winner, but at Winner's Circle Collectibles, everyone wins. We're a national distributor for Action Performance and Revell die-cast models of all your favorite drivers. Winner's Circle has something for everyone that loves racing. Don't forget, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr. Coca-Cola merchandise is now here. Winner's Circle, West Salem Plaza, or the second location at 2501 Williamson Road, Roanoke. Remember, you're our #1 fan. Everybody's a winner at Winner's Circle. Stop by one of our locations today. Back here at James Madison University, it is a first down for the Parkview Patriots. They have it at the 46, and we are down to the 3:23 mark remaining in this first half of action. 14-7, Dustin Dudinsky with 2 touchdowns for Parkview and the 1 touchdown by Spencer Chrisley for the Salem High Spartans. There it goes. There with the running room and driving down into the 45-yard line of Salem. That's Nick Smith, who probably by now is up over the 1,000-yard mark in rushing this year, as he gets down to the 46 in Spartan territory as we're inside of 3 minutes remaining.
And Coach White is really concerned about this drive if they do not want to give up another score before halftime. He was on the field that time during the timeout with Chris Shamir saying, hey, we've got to stop them this time, pick them up, and let's remember the pass is going to be effective also.
There goes the handoff, and nothing doing there. The middle of that defense right there. Alan Crowder comes up off the bottom of the pile. Spencer Chrisley there also. And it will be 3rd down and about 3 or 4 for that first down.
Well, they're going to try to grind this out and get this first down, and then I look for them after that, Dave, because of the fact that they're doing the spinning, the weaving, and the bobbing, you might say. That's when we're going to probably see some type of play action off of it. They're going to go power this time to try to get it.
There goes running room. Stickley is stopped, and he didn't get it. Stickley was stopped at the 45-yard line. submarining in there again was Crowder, the first one to meet him. And then he was finished off by Gamir also in there, and Spencer Chrisley.
You're in a little bit of a disadvantage on short yardage situations in the single wing, because when that ball is directly snapped, you're taking it 4 yards behind that line of scrimmage. So if you need to make 4.5, if you need to make 1 yard, you really have to run it 5. So they'll go power again here.
Fourth down. There goes running room and getting the first down across the 45 to about the 43. Hanging on again was Crowder, and Lewis helped out, but it's a first down, and it will be at the 43-yard line in Spartan territory.
And you've got to expect play action right now, because it's 1 minute and 35 seconds to go. They've been showing you all the other action. Now might be the time.
Down to 1 minute 25 and counting left first half. There goes running room. That's Dudinsky. He's being corralled. Puts a stiff arm on, and he'll be knocked out of bounds as number 19, Jason Buster, would not give up, and also Dennis Haley. The two of them strung that out, and Buster finally wrestled him down. They will lose yardage back to the 45, and so it will be now a second down and about 13 for the first down.
You have to love the job that Jason Buster is doing on both sides of the ball. He's one of those football players that's just so consistent in each and every game. And, of course, the same thing for Haley. So the flanks are well covered to their side.
Certainly are. The ball just outside of the 45-yard line in Salem High territory. There's Nick Smith. Smith going to look to throw. He's being pressured. He throws it, and it is complete to Dudinsky. And Spencer Chrisley, what a play by Chrisley. A penalty marker comes down as Chrisley hit him and stopped him at the 43-yard line. And then a penalty marker came down.
More than likely, that's a block from behind, and there's a clip. And Chrisley was just played that wonderfully well, because the wide receiver delayed, came to the middle of the field. That was actually supposed to be a middle screen. It didn't fool Chrisley one bit. He makes the play, but even more than that, he was clipped and still made the play. So we've seen that kind of play from him all year, not only on defense, but on the offensive side of the ball. And this is the kind of football team the Spartans have that you just have to love, because of all the individuals that blend together so well as a team to make this team hit on all cylinders.
All right, so this will cost them 15. It will be marked off from the 42-yard line and will be moved into the 42 of Parkview. So we're down to about a minute remaining in the half, and it is 2nd and 25.
The bad news about that penalty is with just a minute remaining, Parkview having 3 downs, they can pretty much run the clock out even if they don't get a first down.
That's it, right, because they can use that clock to their advantage. There's a fumble, and picked up by Smith. Roger Waddell did a nice job, couldn't come up with a football, and Smith alertly, who has great athletic ability, falls on it at the 41. They'll lose another yard. It's 3rd and 27.
Well, that's another negative thing about the single wing. That direct snap, center Drew Smith has to have a perfect snap every time. If the snap is not perfect, you know, that tailback has to concentrate on it, and if it's not perfect, it's very easy to have a fumble back there. So, you know, I think this will be something that will be a very safe play.
It will be, and it may be the final play of this half. Smith will take it at the 35 and will look to throw the football. He's going to throw it long. He's got a man out there. It's Dudinsky, and what a play by Nick Schmidt. Nick Schmidt timed that perfectly. It is incomplete, and we still have 4 seconds remaining. But it will be 4th down, and they will have to punt the football away, or, of course, they can run it and run out the clock.
Nick Schmidt, 6'2", 2.5, 211 pounds of dynamite, kicker, defensive player, and you know, he's just the kind of guy that's there. And every time you look at his grades, and Coach White gives one of his famous smiles, because this young man is a sophomore.
That's right, only a sophomore, and boy, he is the total package. Of course, with just 4 seconds remaining, they can snap this, run around for a while, and the half will end. And that's exactly what they're going to do, as they got to watch it, because this guy has tremendous ability. That's Smith, and great play by Spencer Chrisley, because if he hadn't stopped him, he might have had a chance to go in. But a great job done by the Spartans to stop it, and so the first half is 14-7.
Well, don't give him too much credit there, because if he hadn't stopped it, Jeremy Sheila was right there waiting, and it's not too many guys that will get by those two.
That's right. Well, the first half is history here at Bridgeforth Stadium on the campus of James Madison University. It's a dandy. Parkview High School 14, the Salem High Spartans 7. We're back with second half action right after this.
Because of the large number of requests for tapes of the state championship game, WDRL-TV is making the Salem championship tapes available for a short period of time for $19.95. These tapes are without commercial interruption. Please make all checks payable to the Animation Zone at WDRL-TV, P.O. Box 14005, Roanoke, Virginia, 24038-4005.
My name is Sandy Carter at Carter's Clothing Store, 29 East Main Street, Uptown Martinsville. And I would love to invite you and your family and friends to come to Carter's Clothing Store and shop our men's, ladies, and boys' clothing at any time. We are here to serve you. Nothing makes us happier than to know when we see you out that you're dressed your very best, and it came from Carter's.
It may be time for you to think about a home equity line from the Roanoke County School Employees Federal Credit Union. A home equity line is a form of revolving credit using your home as collateral. The loan can be used for education, home improvements, or any way you see fit. Stop by the Roanoke County School Employees Federal Credit Union office, and one of the professional loan officers will be glad to help you. Don't forget to think of the credit union for your new or used car loans, vacations, and credit cards. Stop by our office or call 389-0438 today.
Hi, this is Mike Bennington with Piano and Organ Distributors, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Piano and Organ Distributors would like to remind you of some of the lowest prices of the season on our Yamaha Clavinova digital pianos, also on our grand pianos and vertical pianos as well. For the best prices of the season, see Piano and Organ Distributors.
Happy Holidays!
Hi, Mom.
All right, here we go. 5, 4. And here at Bridgeforth Stadium, it's the Salem High School marching band doing, as usual, their great job. And let's go down to the field and see this outstanding band in action. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another outstanding performance being done by the Salem High School Marching Band. We'll be back with the second half statistics and kickoff right after this commercial timeout.
Hi, I'm Scooter Darnell of Waldrop Realty. I've lived here all my life. I know Salem property. I've been selling Salem real estate since 1985 and have been the top sales agent for the past 7 years running. Salem real estate, it's exciting, it's fast, and you can't beat the return. Like Salem football. Congratulations to Coach White and the rest of the Spartans. Be a winner. Come home to Salem.
Cleaner air ducts, cleaner draperies, carpet and upholstery. Need to remove unpleasant odors, mildew, cigarettes, or pet odors? Call ServPro for a free estimate on cleaning your home. Moving into a new home or selling your home? Call ServPro. A clean house sells faster. Water in your basement, fire and smoke damage in your kitchen? ServPro is available 24 hours a day for emergencies.
Hi, I'm Quinn Mongan from ServPro. Call us today at 389-5818 for a free estimate of any of our residential and commercial cleaning services.
Canes Communication Systems in Salem is one-stop shopping for all your communication needs. Canes has the latest in digital pagers, cellular phones, and service. Canes has unlimited digital minutes for only $60 a month, or a 100-minute-a-month plan with a 12-state local calling area for just $25. Canes is a full-service repair and installation facility. As a Motorola authorized two-way dealer, they can offer excellent prices on all your paging, cellular, and two-way radio needs. Go two-way for Y2K.
And we are back at it here as the second half will begin. There's a bobble and taken, though, by Haley at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, at the 40. He breaks the tackle. He's on his feet to the 50. He's to the 45 and down at the 43-yard line. A great return by Dennis Haley out to the 43-yard line in Parkview territory. And I want to hear from the stat man on that first half statistics.
Dave, if you went by statistics, you would think Salem's got down a whole lot more than what they are, just by 7. Parkview, nine first downs. Nick Smith had 14 carries, 63 yards. Strictly had 12 carries, 104 yards for a total of 208 yards. For Salem, 2 first downs, 84 yards total offense. The big key was 42 plays by Salem and only 42 yards by Parkview and only 15 plays by Salem where they're not getting the football. Just bring 1 point, that last drive by Parkview to end that ran 7 minutes, so that gave Salem never had a chance to get the ball to do anything with it. So with that kickoff return there, let's see what they can do with it.
All right, there you have it. It will be second down and 4. Good gain on first down for the Spartans.
And what a run by Haley on the kickoff. That really picked the team up. E.J. Thomas did not carry the ball at all the first half. We see him rip off a nice gain as he starts the tailback for the second half.
There goes Thomas. Look at Thomas break a tackle across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Number 22, E.J. Thomas, and he is knocked down by Joe Larson, but give him good yardage, and it will be 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. So this is exactly what Salem wants to do, get a nice drive and try and score here early on in quarter number 3.
Well, Haley's a big-time performer. In that return, he ran over about 6 people and came very close to breaking it. Now they're giving him a little break because he does play defense, and E.J. can carry the mail. And look at him.
Spencer Chrisley to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. Oh my, Spencer Chrisley with his second touchdown. So Chrisley has 2 touchdowns, and Dustin Dudinsky has 2 touchdowns for the Parkview Patriots.
Well, you got to give that offensive line a lot of credit. We talked earlier about how they were attacking the middle. That time it was a fullback trap up the middle, meaning that Matt Litz, the center, Joe Anderson, the right guard, Eric Mead, the left guard. They're probably doing some trap blocking in there, and it was just a great hole and a great run at a key time.
All right, Nick Schmidt adds the extra point, and the score with a timeout here on the field. Parkview High School 14, the Salem High Spartans 14. We're back right after this commercial timeout.
Salem Bank and Trust has just celebrated 20 years of proud service to Salem and Southwest Virginia. Salem Bank and Trust has friendly employees with a hometown touch that gives you all the services you need in a bank, like free personal and business checking, the best CD rates around, Saturday drive-up banking, and Salem Bank and Trust is the best place to shop for all types of home mortgage loans. For all your banking needs, Salem Bank and Trust, your local independent bank with 5 locations, member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Former Salem football standout Larry Wills knows about winning, and he wants to serve you as a winning insurance agent representing American National. If you're paying too much for your auto insurance, you may save up to 15 to 35% on your auto insurance. Give Larry Wills a call for a free quote at 389-8500 or stop by his office in the Salem office building. For auto, homeowners, life, or any of your insurance needs, see Larry Wills. He's ready to serve you.
In football, this is a wing formation. Mike and Bob's, this is a wing formation. In football, this is an end zone. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cal zone. In football, this is a cheese head. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cheese stick. In football, this is a cold one. At Mac and Bob's, this is a cold one. Football and Mac and Bob's. So many differences, so many similarities.
Back here at Bridgeforth Stadium, and one other thing I do want to mention, Don, although we didn't have a chance to do them this year, let's give congratulations to the Brookville Bees under Coach Bobby Johnson. They beat Handley here at Bridgeforth Stadium to win the Group AA Division III state championship.
And what a great job, and it seems like the Bees are stinging again.
They certainly are, boy. What a great program over there. And one of the best from that program, Chris Cyrus with the Hokies of Virginia Tech. Here's Nick Schmidt. Look at that. Oh, my. In and out of the end zone. So an all-important fine job on the kickoff. And the 1st and 10 will go for Parkview High School.
Well, coming into this game, it was anticipated whether or not the Salem secondary could stop Nick Smith, the fine passer. Over the first half, he passed for exactly 19 yards, completing 4 out of 7. He's thrown for over 1,700 this year, so this gives you some idea of how good the Salem defense is playing against the pass.
There it goes. There's looking for running room. Smith, he'll drive and get some yardage out to about the 24. Good defensive pursuit by the Spartans as he is met there by Chris Schweizer and also Matt Odie. So it will be a gain of about 3.5. Call it 4, 2nd and 6.
First impressions aren't always lasting because the first part of this game, Parkview moved the ball at will. They seem to have Salem completely bottled up. Not only has the Salem defense made adjustments, but their offense has too, as they seem to be really attacking that middle and working in that area.
There is running room and gaining yardage, and that's number 34, Joe Larson. So Larson gets some good yardage and will drive it across the 38 to the 39, 40-yard line, and it will be just shy at the 39.
Again, Dave, with this attack, you know, you want to stop Smith, you want to stop Stickley, you want to stop Dudinsky, but all of a sudden you forget about number 34, who's primarily a blocking back, but that's several times today that we've seen him put the ball in his hands, and he's delivered each time.
Here we go. First down, 10 yards to go. There's running room. That's Stickley. Stickley 45, Stickley 46, 47. He's met there by Jason Buster, and also Waddell and Crowder and Haley were in on that tackle. It will be a nice gain, however, of 6, 2nd down and 4 at the 46.
Kind of play calling that an offensive coordinator loves. 2 downs to make 4 yards, and you know, they're not going to do anything real fancy here. They're just going to try to grind it out because they don't want Salem's offense to get that ball again. They want to try to control it.
There's somebody. Haley, I think, jumped off, and if he did, that will cost them 5 yards and give the Patriots first down yardage.
Yes, Dennis reacted that time to the offense going in motion. They sent the blocking back in motion, and Dennis was a little over anxious, so that's going to pick up the first down. Not only are they going to pick it up, but it's going to put them officially in Salem territory. And again, Coach Thompson is thinking at this point in time, their offense has gotten a lot better. We want to keep that offense off the field, and at the same time, put that good long drive together, try to tack 7 on the board, and then put the pressure on them when they get the ball, put the pressure on them defensively.
Ball at the 49, 1st and 10 in Salem High School territory. There goes Smith, and there's going to be a penalty marker come down. And I think this one will go against the Patriots.
Yes, it will. That time they ran the blocking back in motion again, and he must be going parallel to or away from the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped. And he was going forward when it was snapped. This officiating crew, we don't know exactly what part of the state they're from, but they haven't missed a thing today. They've been really worked together well, and so both teams can look at this as being a well-officiated game.
Certainly is. All right, here we go. It'll be 1st down and 15, and now back in Parkview territory at the 46-yard line. Once again, Nick Smith in at the controls. That time it goes to Stickley. Stickley breaks a tackle and drives down to the 40-yard line in Salem territory. Number 23, Schmidt, had to stop him or he would have been off and running, as he has stopped at the 41, so it'll be now a short yardage situation, about 2 for the 1st down.
When you got a back like Stickley, I mean, you look at it from here, Dave, and he doesn't look that big, but he's 5'11", weighs 196, and with that spin movement, he gets a little momentum as he starts forward, and he's a tough one to bring down.
There it goes. There's going to be the pass. He's got a man out there. It's caught by Ramey at the 20. Ramey is knocked down out of bounds by Buster and also number 22, E.J. Thomas, but give them 1st down yardage all the way to the 17 in Salem High territory.
And that's what I kept talking about in that first half. The expectations were that they do that, but that time they showed you the spin series again where they had the good play action faking, and then they released a tight end across the field, Charles Ramey, being wide open, and that time we saw Smith having time and putting the ball right on the number. So this is an excellent drive for the Patriots.
Whale of a football game as we expected here on a beautiful day at James Madison. Here goes the Smith with the football. He's got good speed. Look at him drive and goes close to the goal line. Hanging on was number 32, Chris Gamir, and he will get to about the 1 or 2 yard line.
And guess who threw the key block on the corner? None other than the fullback, Nelson Stickley. So we see Stickley able to block, Lawson able to block. And again, you know, when you take this formation as single wing and break it down, it's very much like a wishbone because the backs have to be able to block, they have to be able to run. They don't run many options, but those fakes are the same as options.
All right, here we go. There it goes. That's Smith. Drive. Touchdown. So answering the call do the Patriots on the run by Nick Smith. He goes over from a couple yards out. Dudinsky had scored the first 2 touchdowns. Smith gets touchdown number 3, and Brandon DeVelli will be on to try the extra point and get point number 21 in the books for Parkview Sterling.
Well, you know, as well as this game is being played by both teams, it gives you just the kind of excitement that you want in the state championship game. And I want to make this point today. There will not be a loser today.
And look at that. This guy never misses hardly. He does that time. It is no good on the extra point.
As I was getting ready to say, part of that big surprise on the extra point, there won't be a loser today. One team will come out on the short end of the score, but as far as I'm concerned, this exhibition of football that these two teams are putting on is what a state championship game should be all about. So somebody's going to be on the short end, but there won't be a loser.
All right, there is a timeout here on the field with a score. Parkview Sterling 20 and the Salem High Spartans 14. We're back right after this.
What you doing?
Fishing for bass. Hey, I got something.
A note in a bottle? What'd it say?
Well, it says, when fishing for a great auto repair and transmission shop, remember Bass Transmission takes care of all makes and models, even manual transmissions most places don't, plus state inspections. Bass Transmission has over 25 years experience, accepts all major credit cards, and are a family-owned business offering outstanding work at truly fair prices.
Now, that's a keeper.
Bass Transmission's open 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday on Washington Avenue, Vinton.
If you're a sports fan, you need to get the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. It's crammed full of information on high school, college, and professional sports, including our area professional teams like the Roanoke Express, the Roanoke Wrath, and the Salem Avalanche. And also, there's some interesting columns and other information each and every month in the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. So if you're interested in sports, get the Roanoke Valley Sports Journal. It's free, and it's a great reading. Balzer and Associates have played a part in many buildings in the Roanoke area and throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. Balzer and Associates have quality engineers, surveyors, planners, and architects. Balzer and Associates, reflecting tomorrow. They are proud to be a part of their community. Balzer and Associates at Corporate Circle in Roanoke and Branchway Road in Richmond. Balzer and Associates, commercial, industrial, residential, new construction, as well as renovation, serving the community and state with excellence. Back here at Bridgeforth Stadium, here is the kickoff, and it will come down, and it will sneak into the end zone. Looked like it might go out of bounds, but snuck in there, and it'll be a touchback, so the Spartans will have 1st and 10 yardage at their own 20.
Well, you can use the term sneak into the end zone, snuck into the end zone, but one thing for sure, the kick was not in the direction of Dennis Haley. They saw enough of his act last time. Actually, it was well placed over the head of the other receiver out there, and so it bounced into the end zone. And again, Dave, that extra point that was missed, when you got a kicker like Nick Smith on the other side of the field, you have to feel to have a certain advantage at this point, because you feel you're certain if you can score, you're going to make that extra point.
Now there's some running room as they drive out across the 20 to about the 24, 25 yard line. That was Dennis Haley on the carry, gets almost 5. He was stopped there by Joey Wisen, so it'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. We're inside of 7.5 minutes remaining, quarter number 3. Been a dandy of a game here and a great crowd, about 10,500 at Bridgeforth Stadium to see these two teams do battle. There's a pass completed to Sheeler. Sheeler breaks it, gets 1st down yardage out to the 31, 32 yard line. Number 32, Kyle Mazaris, was there to bring him down, but not before 1st down yardage is seen to the 32 yard line. 1st and 10 for the Salem High Spartans.
Just like you love to see, one team scores, the other team gets it and tries to answer the bell. They mix the run and the pass, that time a short, effective pass. And they went from a strong set. Sometime before the day's over, we'll see them go to that strong set and either see play action passing off of it, but something different. So they just gave them the look to see how they adjusted to it, and we'll see it later on. 1st and 10 at the 32. There goes Mullins. Mullins going to look, going to run, going to get some yardage and get back to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit there by that defense. One of the first to meet him was number 53 on that defensive forward wall for Parkview Sterling. And it was done by none other than Jimmy Harris, and also had some help there by Wisen. So it'll be a gain of nothing. In fact, maybe a loss of a half yard. 2nd down, and we'll call it a long 10 for the Salem High Spartans. Andy Mullins at the control. His team trailing in this one, however, 20-14. There goes Haley. Haley going to break a tackle and drive for good yardage out across the 35 to about the 37. Once again, good pursuit there by Jeff McDonald to bring him down, but give him yardage to the 37-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 5 for Salem High School. Parkview defense is definitely trying to pressure. That time they lined up Dustin Dudinsky just on the side and just had him do nothing but rush the quarterback. So they're trying to disrupt the Salem offense with the use of an extra lineman. However, he's out this time, and they've gone to more of a pass prevent.
There goes Lewis. Lewis will get to the 40, but that is shy of the 1st down. He was met there again with a good defensive penetration. That was Chester in there, and he brings him down as they get it to the 40. And so it will be 4th down and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Well, hey, this is a new Willis White if he goes for this, because Willis believes in field position. If for some reason they don't pick this up, he's going to look back and think long and hard about it. But he's trying to do this as a confidence booster. It's another situation where they may try to draw him off sides. The ball may never be snapped. But if it is, we're looking for EJ on the power play.
And they have to call a timeout as they were running out of time to get that play off. So as things are talked over here, we will take a break with a score. Parkview Sterling 20 and the Salem High Spartans 14. We're back right after this.
Canes Communication Systems in Salem is one-stop shopping for all your communication needs. Canes has the latest in digital pagers, cellular phones, and service. Canes has unlimited digital minutes for only $60 a month, or a 100-minute-a-month plan with a 12-state local calling area for just $25. Canes is a full-service repair and installation facility. As a Motorola authorized two-way dealer, they can offer excellent prices on all your paging, cellular, and two-way radio needs. Go two-way for Y2K.
In football, this is a wing formation. At Mac and Bob's, this is a wing formation. In football, this is an end zone. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cal zone. In football, this is a cheese head. In Mac and Bob's, this is a cheese stick. In football, this is a cold one. At Mac and Bob's, this is a cold one. Football and Mac and Bob's. So many differences, so many similarities.
Hi, I'm Scooter Darnell of Waldrop Realty. I've lived here all my life. I know Salem property. I've been selling Salem real estate since 1985 and have been the top sales agent for the past 7 years running. Salem real estate, it's exciting, it's fast, and you can't beat the return. Like Salem football. Congratulations to Coach White and the rest of the Spartans. Be a winner. Come home to Salem.
All right, here we go. The Spartans with that timeout have talked it over, and it is 4th down and about 1.5 yards for the first down. There goes running room, and they aren't going to get it. That was E.J. Thomas. He was stuck. 45, Jeff McDonald hit him. Number 40, Joey Wisen hit him, and they get nowhere. It will be taken 1st and 10 in Spartan territory at the 40, and Parkview is in business.
Parkview's in business, and what a job the defensive front did. They actually had 5 guys on the line, only 1 linebacker, and everybody else was spread out across the field, maybe expecting a pass. But with that power I formation, they tried to go right off tackle, and the defensive front just handled the offensive line that time. There's no other way to say it.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for Parkview at the 40. There goes Smith, going to run it, and he's going to be jammed up at about the 36-yard line. Chris Gamir was one of the first to get him, but Smith gained some nice yardage, and it will be a 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 for the first down.
Another reason that that's such a key situation is that with Parkview on this side of the field, they pick up another 1st down. They're in field goal range, and then if they can get a field goal, because they make the extra point, that would put in a situation where Salem would have to score twice to take the lead. So this is a very key offensive series for Parkview.
It's at the 38-yard line. Here goes Smith. Smith tries to find running room, cuts it inside, drives, and is stopped shy of the 1st down at about the 32-33-yard line. Nick Schmidt was there, and number 10, Jacob Needhawk. But it will be a gain out to the 32 and brings on 3rd down, and they need about 2 for the 1st down.
Well, you know, Coach White, in going for that gamble, that's, like I said, he wanted to give his offensive team a boost, because it makes me wonder that whether he wanted to give that ball to Parkview again or not. I know he wanted to keep it, but on the other hand, at that part of the field, I'm sure that he gave his utmost thoughts. But again, they get a 1st down here, they're gonna be in position to get it in field goal.
And there is a penalty marker that is thrown down, and this looks like it is against Parkview. It is illegal procedure. That'll cost them 5, and instead of 3rd and 2, it is now 3rd down and 7.
Yes, and they're in a situation where if they don't get it on 3rd down, they're going to gamble. So Coach White wants his defense to be aggressive, alert, watch for the unexpected here, because it might be one of those situations where they need that special play. We've seen it happen a couple times today where they dump the ball off to the tight end, showing action one way or another. But again, they've got 5-6 yards, 2 plays, average 3 yards a down.
Here we go. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Salem High trying to stop Parkview. And here goes the quarterback. Gonna look, gonna throw, got a man, and it is caught. And a penalty marker comes down. Number 5 caught that football for Parkview. That was Eppard, Larry Eppard, but the penalty marker at about the 30-yard line, and this one is against Parkview.
Well, it might be an illegal man downfield because it looked like he was going to run it, and then he threw it at the last minute, and that's exactly what it is. And that also is so big because if I'm correct, I think that is a loss of down in high school football.
I believe you are right. So that is an all-important key there, as it will go against the Patriots, and he had good yardage there, but this will come back, and they will mark this off. It comes all the way back to the 42-yard line, and so it is third down, and we'll call it 12 for the first down.
And it is not a loss of down, so they've got a little reprieve there. But again, the yardage is so long, you know it's going to be a pass, but you look for that little screen or something special that they haven't shown.
Long count. There goes the running room to Dinsky to the 40 and knocked out of bounds, shy of first down yardage at the 38. Good penetration by Jacob Buster and also number 82, Alan Crowder.
Well, that makes you wonder a little bit when you've got a passer that's passed for over 1,700 yards and you're in third and long and not wanting to give the ball up to have that running play. But again, they must be setting something up. Let's remember this. They showed the running play this way. We have not seen the running play where the wingback gets it and then runs a reverse off of it to the other back. So, you know, they could have been setting something up.
Well, Parkview just a while back stopped the Salem Spartans on fourth down. Now Salem will try and stop the Patriots on fourth down. They have the football at the 42-yard line in, or 37-yard line in Salem territory. There goes Smith. Smith going to drive, and he won't get, I don't know, the first down. It depends on the spot. It was close to it, and it looks like they did not make it. So how do you like that? The Spartans on fourth down gamble didn't make it, and now Parkview tries it, and they don't make it.
I tell you what I like. I like your excitement, young man. It might get it. I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you, you're fired up, and that's the way I like to see you. Stay that way, young man.
All right. I'm trying to get with the program. I got to drive back with you. First and 10, so the Spartans do their job at the 31-yard line. We're down to a minute and a half remaining, quarter number 3. Been a dandy here at Bridgeforth Stadium. E.J. Thomas to the 35, knocked out of bounds at about the 36. Good move there by the defense of Parkview. Number 7, Timmy Murphy, drove him out of bounds, but give him yardage to the 36. And that's a good gain on first down for E.J. Thomas.
And Coach White is the happiest man in the stadium because after they didn't get it when he gambled on 4th and 2, his defense rises to the occasion with the help of a penalty. They did have the first down had that play not been taken away. So Coach White's really glad to get out of that situation.
He certainly is. There goes running rooms. Chrisley for another first down, and he will drive across the 40, close to the 45. Number 40 was there to finally wind him down. That's Joey Wisen, but it's first and 10 for the Spartans on their own 44.
Well, that's exactly the same play that Chrisley scored on, and they're finding good operating room in that middle, and that's what they go to when they really need a pick-me-up play. They're not running it on every play, only when it becomes very, very important for them, but it's the kind of play that you have a tough time running in a short yardage situation because they go to a different defense.
Here we go. First down, 10 yards to go. Mullins looking, throwing, got it. Man, Haley. Haley 50, Haley 45, Haley 43-yard line. Knocking him out of bounds was Dustin Dudinsky, but not before Haley had a full head of steam and drives it into Parkview territory, first and 10 at the 43.
Well, this is like the old hunt and peck method. You're hunting a little bit on the ground and then peck away with a short pass, but the thing they're doing, they're moving on down that field, and you have to like the way they're mixing the plays up. They're confusing the defense a little bit, and we're going to see if there's some adjustments made, but they're still in their 5-man front, basically 4 linebackers and 2 deep backs.
Here goes Mullins. Got time. Going to look. Going to throw. Got a man out there and almost tipped it into the hands of Ryan Millard. But give credit to number 6, Matt Pretty, the 155-pound sophomore defensive back. He was that old Johnny on the spot right there and knocked it down.
Well, Pretty did something on Saturday afternoon that you don't see done a lot on Sunday afternoon, and that's the fact that he made a great defensive play and did not interfere. He was able to reach around, knock the ball away, and again, I guarantee you if I'd have been in the NFL, somebody would have gotten a pass interference call. It would have been flying.
Yeah. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Salem, here goes. Mullins can't find any room at all. 89 was the first to meet him. That was Jonathan Petrie, and also helping out was number 50, Chris Lewis. They bring him down for a loss on the play, 3rd and 11.
And this is the kind of situation where it's very touchy because you want to more than likely put the ball up in the air, but you have to be very careful this part of the field as far as an interception is concerned. Bet you rest assured that there's going to be a lot of pressure on Andy Mullins, and it might be the time that we would see a draw play.
Here goes the clock, and we're down to the final few seconds in the quarter, and a penalty marker came down. And I think maybe one of the offensive linemen for the Spartans moved a little early, which could cost them another 5 yards as the officials talk this one over. Score, if you're just joining us, 20-14. Parkview in the lead. Dustin Dudinsky with 2 touchdowns, and Nick Smith with 1, and Spencer Chrisley has scored twice for Salem High School.
You know, a long time ago, football was played a lot differently, and especially with the standpoint of field position, advantage, disadvantage. But a long time ago, an excellent call in this particular situation would be a quick kick to get that ball away downfield, try to pin them back. But we know that Coach White has a lot of confidence in his offense. They have about 16 yards to go, and again, they're going to try to make it and see if they can keep this football.
All right, they do not get the playoff in the 3rd quarter, so they'll come back and try it in the 4th quarter. 3 quarters complete here. The score, Parkview Sterling 20, the Salem High Spartans 14. Hang on to your seats. 4th quarter actions coming your way right after this. For all your computer needs, stop by Computer Sales and Service Incorporated at 5720 Williamson Road, Suite 101 in Roanoke. They offer professional service on computers and printers, including Acer, Hewlett-Packard, IBM, Okadata, Compaq, and much, much more. Bob Wills will do the job and do it right for you each and every time. So stop by or call Computer Sales and Service at 563-0755 for all your computer needs.
Isn't it time a car dealer stopped the games and gimmicks? I'm George Pelton, and I think it is. That's the first reason why First Team Auto Mall introduced no hassle buying. At First Team Auto Mall, we've eliminated the games and gimmicks by posting our lowest no-hassle prices on every car and truck. If you want one price, the lowest price, see us first.
First Team Auto Mall, Hyundai, Suzuki, Isuzu, Nissan, Subaru, VW.
Salem Bank and Trust has just celebrated 20 years of proud service to Salem and Southwest Virginia. Salem Bank and Trust has friendly employees with a hometown touch that gives you all the services you need in a bank, like free personal and business checking, the best CD rates around, Saturday drive-up banking, and Salem Bank and Trust is the best place to shop for all types of home mortgage loans. For all your banking needs, Salem Bank and Trust, your local independent bank with 5 locations, member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Well, back here at Bridgeforth Stadium on that last play of the 3rd quarter, the Spartans trying for first down yardage, didn't get it as Haley was stopped on the draw as called by Mr. Wonderful, Don Lee, and so it's a 4th down, and Jason Buster will have to punt the football away as he looks to do what he can do right now.
Dave, Salem came out the second half and has really shown some offense now that they've got to run some plays here. Now they got 6 first downs that quarter alone, and they got 161 total offense so far.
So here we go with a punting situation, and Jason Buster will do the honors. Number 7, Timmy Murphy, is back deep for Parkview. There's a high snap. Buster gets it off and gets off a dandy. That's going to come down to Murphy at about the 12. He takes it there, tries to make a move, and he isn't going anywhere. He is stopped at the 15. Roger Waddell was down there. Chris Gamir was down there, and Jacob Needhawk. They all brought in Murphy down in his tracks at the 16. So as we are just underway in quarter number 4, 1st and 10 for Parkview at their own 16.
Because we aren't seeing either team throw the ball a lot, this quarter is going to roll, and the team that controls that football is the team that's going to win it. If Salem can stop this drive at this part of the field, get good field position, go in and score and convert that extra point, there's a good chance they can win this football game. So I personally feel that this is one of the key series of the game right here.
There goes running room. Driving out across the 20-yard line. Crowder and a bunch of the Spartans. Chris Schweizer were there to bring him down, but gets some pretty good yardage, and it will be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
And as we look at that defense, we see a lot of those numbers out there that are playing on both sides of that ball, and we keep emphasizing the fact that Parkview has really stretched the field. So this Salem defense can be, maybe for the first time this year, a little tired at this point in time, and this could be a factor as Parkview tries to drive this thing down the field.
All right, the Patriots have the lead in this one, as they have been able to do a great job of moving the football today behind the likes of Dudinsky, Stickley, Nick Smith, and on occasion Joe Larson, and they've also gone to their tight end Charles Ramey. 2nd down and about 5, 1st down yardage needed. There goes the handoff. That's Stickley. Stickley to the 25, 26-yard line. He's stopped, as one of the first to meet him there was Chris Schweizer. Nick Schmidt also on the tackle, and so close to another 1st down, and it is for Parkview.
And again, 2 plays, 1st down, and no matter what happens, that Salem defense still pursues extremely well. And I just think Coach Mickey Thompson is doing a great job in trying to attack as he moves the ball from one side of the field to the other, but all of the misdirection, and again, every 1st down is so very important at this time of the game.
There's running room. That's Larson, and Larson will get yardage out to the 35. Schweizer brings him down. As everybody knows, this type of offense can burn minutes off the clock, and they have it at the 35, so it will be 2nd down and about 2 for the 1st down.
Yeah, and we've got somebody limping off the field over there, number 15, Charles Ramey, the tight end. So we saw him provide a big completion a little while ago. He appears to be out, but I think at this point in time, the way they're grinding it out on offense, they're going to try to attack that tired defense.
All right, we will keep it here as the Patriots call a timeout. It's been a dandy. The Spartans trailed 14-7 at the half, came back after a fine kickoff return by Dennis Haley, and then went in for Spencer Chrisley's 2nd touchdown. Nick Schmidt added the tying extra point, and then Parkview got the touchdown from Nick Smith, and the extra point was missed. So that's how we stand at 20-14 with just a tad over 10 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter of action.
Well, if I'm correct, I think I just saw number 64 enter the defensive front, Nathan Anderson, who's primarily an offensive tackle, 6'3", 278. Now, I hope I didn't read that number wrong, but it looks like he may be in there at the nose guard position. And this reflects a little bit of what I said a little while ago about some of the defense being a little tired. Spencer Chrisley's been playing both ways. Now we see some bulk in that middle with Joe Anderson in there.
All right, here we are. 2nd down, short yardage for the Patriots. There it goes. That's Stickley. Stickley got the 1st down to the 40. He's tripped up in there. Gamir was the first one to meet him, but give him 1st down and 10 as they get it at the 40-yard line, and it's 1st down yardage for Nelson Stickley. Down inside of 10 minutes remaining. Been a dandy of a football game here on the lovely campus of James Madison University in Harrisonburg, as Parkview with the football. There it is. There's Dudinsky. Dudinsky with good speed, and making the tackle there was number 38. That was Dennis Haley, and back at the 35 we have a penalty marker, and it will go against Parkview.
Well, it's a good time as far as the Salem Spartans are concerned, and they were reeling back a little bit. And one other change that I've noticed, number 77, Derek Sauter, 6 foot and a half, 266 pounds, is in there at defensive tackle. So Coach White is just trying to bulk it up, give some of those other youngsters a rest, and to get some real relief from some of these youngsters who haven't been regulars on defense, but because of their size, they can help to plug up things.
That's Derek Sauer who is in there, and it's back now at the 35. So with the ball at the 35-yard line, it is first down, and they need about 15 yards for that first down. There goes running room, and not much, and the ball popped loose, but they say he was down at the 37-yard line. Jacob Needhawk was there, and looks like one of the Patriots getting up slowly, but he's now okay. Number 73, Brian Fong.
Well, also, Dave, another one we see in there on defense right now, number 18, Matt Odie, the infamous 9th grader, is in there at defensive end. And again, having these fresh bodies in there, and this is a big factor. And if this unit, as composed right now, can come up with a big stop, the next time it rolls around, you'll see all the regulars back. So this depth is a key to this team, and it has been a key all year.
Second down, 13 yards to go. There goes the snap. There's running room. Stickley, and he's stopped at the 40-yard line. Anderson was there, and also Alan Crowder. They stop him at the 40. So this will be third down, and they need to get to the midfield stripe, so they have about 9-10 yards for the first down.
The biggest play of the game at this particular time because of the down yardage and clock. We're just a little over 9 minutes. If Parkview can convert this and keep the first down, they can lock a lot more time off the clock. If they're forced to give it up, Salem's got plenty of time to score, convert, and eat the clock up.
Here we go, third down. There goes the quarterback. Gonna throw. And it bounces out of the hands of Dudinsky, and it will be fourth down. And the Salem High Spartans defensively hold them right there, and they'll have to punt the football away.
Well, they got good pressure on Nick Smith, and it seemed to take away the coordination of the play because he had to delay, and throw into the receiver who was trying to cross the field, and because he got pressure on him, he wasn't able to step in the direction that he threw the ball, so he threw against his body, and that's the reason for the low pass.
Now, Sheeler and Schweizer go back. Number 2, McDermott, will punt this one away. He stands on about his 30-yard line, and they will call a timeout. So there is a break in the action here. It's Parkview 20, Salem High 14. We're back right after this commercial timeout.
What you doing?
Fishing for bass. Hey, I got something.
A note in a bottle? What'd it say?
Well, it says, when fishing for a great auto repair and transmission shop, remember Bass Transmission takes care of all makes and models, even manual transmissions most places don't, plus state inspections. Bass Transmission has over 25 years experience, accepts all major credit cards, and are a family-owned business offering outstanding work at truly fair prices.
Now that's a keeper.
Bass Transmission's open 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday on Washington Avenue, Vinton.
Star Tag and Label Company provides dependable, friendly service with an experienced staff in the manufacturing of both pressure-sensitive and non-pressure sensitive tags and labels. Custom printing up to 6 colors, short and long-run capabilities, competitive pricing. Allow Star Tag and Label to quote your next label application. Pat Polifrone and his staff will do the job for you each and every time. Call 1-800-243-3184 or stop by 781 Union Street, Salem.
Hi, I'm Scott Fisher, your local Rockingham insurance agent here in Roanoke. Call me today or stop by our office at 7400 Sunnybrook Drive in Northeast Roanoke, where we offer competitive pricing, local claim service, and remember, we are here to help you.
See Rockingham agent Scott Fisher for rock-solid insurance protection for all your insurance needs. Scott Fisher also offers a full line of financial services. See Rockingham agent Scott Fisher today. Here we go. go, 4th down, and McDermott will punt. Sheeler, number 9, Schweizer, number 3, are back deep for the Spartans.
It looks like to me Salem's going to attempt to block this one as everybody is up front. They're trying to crowd it, and I don't think the return is on.
It will come down to Schweizer. He takes it at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 35 and knocked out of bounds. A good return by Chris Schweizer, just shy of the 40-yard line.
Well, the return was on, and what that situation looked like was sort of a delayed return where the deep backs are supposed to beat the first wave, then he picks up the picket fence down the sideline, and it had a good possibility of going all the way, but again, you have to like the way that was designed, and right now, 7 minutes and a half to go in the game, Salem with about 62 yards to drive, and hey, this is what championship games are made of.
1st and 10, 38-yard line. Mullins at the controls. There goes Mullins. Going to roll. Going to pass. Got Haley. 45, 50, 40. All the way down to the 39. And having to make the defensive play was number 6 for that defense, Matt Pretty. But it is 1st down yardage for Dennis Haley.
And great play calling, because you always save the special play for the special time. They needed a pick-me-upper. They ran both wide receivers very deep to take the secondary back and ran Haley out of the backfield, having him one-on-one with a linebacker, and there's not many linebackers that are going to cover him one-on-one. Big gain, great play call.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Here goes Chrisley. Look at Chrisley to the 35. Chrisley to the 31, 32-yard line. Another big gain on 1st down. And the Spartan faithful are getting into the gear right now. Listen to this crowd. All right, here we go. And right now an official timeout.
That's just to tie a shoe, I think, and you reach down and you untie that shoe. What does that do? You tie that thing, that gives you a little breathing room. That gives you time to get that extra breather, and I don't know whether it's purposely or not, but it's a good play if it is, and if it isn't, it does give him a little break in here.
No, actually, I saw it. His shoe actually came off. It was on the field, so he looked totally.
It's just so great to be here and be a part of this, and this game is going to go down to the wire as we expected, but again, they're going to keep a lot of pressure on Parkview's fine quarterback as they've done all day, but anything can happen, and Parkview is going to continue to do what they've done best.
1st down. Here goes the Salem defense trying to get things in order. There's handoff. Nowhere to go. Stickley is stuck. Right there, number 24, Roger Waddell. Boy, he's played a great game. Roger Waddell, the 161-pound sophomore, puts Stickley right in his tracks.
Well, somebody else has played a fabulous game for the Spartans, and that is none other than quarterback Andy Mullins. Nick Smith got all the publicity coming into the game. Andy quietly passed for 55 yards and that long touchdown strike, which is the second one of the day, and that young man is just something else.
There goes Smith. He's hit and knocked down. He will not get much yardage on that one as he drives to about the 25, and it will be a 3rd down and about 6 for the 1st down. Schweizer and Gamir were there to bring him down. We are down inside of 5:40 remaining in this football game, and the Spartans lead by 1, 21-20, in a magnificent football game. Here we go. There's the snap. There's nowhere to go. Stickley was hit as coming in there to do the job was number 2, Spencer Chrisley. And what a game that young man has played, both offensively and defensively.
And again, you see what that resting those few people on the last series has done. This is a revitalized, somewhat fresh defense out there, even though some of them played offense. But that last scoring drive fired them up to the point that they weren't going to be denied. Now with 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go, it's up to the Spartans to get the ball, protect it, grind it out, and if they don't score, make sure that they have to turn it over to Parkview's deep in their own part of the field.
Here goes the snap. McDermott going to get it off. Going to come down, going to get a decent return on it. Sheeler has it. 45. Sheeler to the 47, 48-yard line. So the Spartans are in business. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. And with a break here in the action, the score, the Salem High School Spartans 21, Parkview Sterling 20. We're back right after this.
Friends, I'd like to talk to you about a family-run business that's been in Salem for a long time. That's right, Classic Cars and Trucks. Visit Classic Cars and Trucks at 24 West 4th Street, 3 blocks from the Salem Civic Center on the old 460 bypass, where you have your choice of a foreign or domestic SUV, 4x4, or pickup truck at reasonable prices. Visit Dale today at Classic Cars and Trucks, and he'll find you what you're looking for.
This program is brought to you by Humphrey Stump and Haney, a locally owned, full-service, independent insurance agency offering auto, home, business, bonding, life, and health insurance.
Remember, for all your insurance needs, see Humphrey Stump and Haney Insurance. They are proud supporters of the Salem Spartans and the Salem community. Stop by 25 East Main Street, Salem, or call 389-2327. For exquisite Italian cuisine at an affordable price, Pino's in Danville and Chatham can't be beat. If you love pizza, try any of the Pino's specialty pizzas as well as the lunchtime pizza buffet. The Pino's subs are made to order, and you'll love the good old-fashioned hamburgers. Pino's also has great salads and your favorites such as ravioli, lasagna, veal and shrimp, and pasta that is truly delicious. Pino's also does caterings for groups, pizza parties, and kids' parties. So make a trip to Pino's, Westover Drive, Danville, or downtown Chatham.
You're watching the United Paramount Network, WDRL, Danville, Roanoke, Lynchburg.
All right, we are back. Bridgeforth Stadium is really on fire here as Salem High with the football. Good field position. There goes running room. That's the reverse to Sheeler, and Sheeler will get in to Parkview territory at the 46, and you can see the confidence and the momentum building for this Salem offense.
Well, you'll have to like the play call, too, because they ran a play that they haven't tried all evening. It was a semi-reverse, and you expect them to run straight ahead. The defense is gained in the middle, so they faked it one way, ran the reverse up to the outside, and picked up some good yardage, something to build on as they attempt to go for 2nd and 4.
First down, or second down at the 46. There goes E.J. Thomas, 45. Thomas close to another first down, and I think he's got it at the 40. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, let me give credit where credit is due. The Mules are doing an absolutely yeoman job of blocking for this Spartan offense.
And let me tell you this, E.J. Thomas is fresh. He's as fresh as he was this morning when he got up. He probably didn't sleep much last night from the excitement, but he's fresh, and I'm sure they've been well schooled in not only grind out your yards, but protect the football. Whenever you get hit and you take it down, cover it up with both hands, because this is their ball game if we don't turn it over.
They want to take that time, use that clock as much as they can. They are into Parkview territory, 40-yard line. Andy Mullins gonna look. It's a busted play, and he's stopped. A penalty marker comes down. Number 20 was there defensively and did a nice job of penetrating. That was William Chester. The penalty marker comes down, and there were a couple at his back there outside the 40.
I have to wonder if it's his face mask. No, it's holding, but I thought maybe they grabbed Andy by the face mask. I didn't see a lineman in position to really do a hold because it was a busted play. But the thing about it is this hurts you as far as field position is concerned, because it puts you in first and very, very long yardage and limits your options as what you're going to do. Billy Miles has just done a great job of calling plays today and coming up the right play at the right time. However, I do not think that they will throw the football, even the short pass. I think they'll try to grind it out. But again, to show you how much I know, I didn't think they'd throw it and go for the end zone so quickly, and that they did.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty. That was an absolute beautiful play. Mullins to Buster, and that is the difference in this game. There goes handoff. Look at that, Spencer Chrisley. That young man, offensively and defensively, has absolutely played his heart out. I got to tell you, I have liked the way he has played all season long, but he has stepped it up here. It's at the 46 in Parkview territory.
Well, Dave, he's just a junior, so you're going to see some more of him. But the biggest compliment I can give Chris Lee and Jameer and all of the guys is every one of them, they have hearts of a champion. And we just hope this team hangs on and wins this thing because they've overcome a lot of adversity today.
Well, there you go. There's Chris Lee. He gets it to the 40. And so it gets them back to where it's a 3rd and 10. And the clock is running. What Salem is doing is they will not have to snap this to inside of 2.5 minutes remaining. They will use that clock. Remember, Buster is an outstanding punter as well.
Well, just remember one thing. This team is, they think they're destined to win now. They're not going to lose it because they're going to just take this ball. If they have to punt it, that defense is going to be fired up.
There goes Mullins. Mullins looking. He throws it, and it is going to be probably intentional grounding. Mullins was being brought down by that great pursuit of Parkview, and because of that, he threw it. There was nobody in the direction there, and they will call it against the Spartans.
Well, this isn't going to help any because this is a loss of down. I got confused on that a minute ago, but it is a loss of down this time, and it should take it to 4th down, force the punting team in, and with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and again, we've been waiting all day to see whether or not that Nick Smith was the kind of passer he was set out to be, but it'll be very, very important for Salem's defense to be ready to defend the pass because I don't think they're going to try to drive it downfield with 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Buster will have to punt this from about his 30. Murphy, number 7, is back deep for Parkview. Here goes the punt, and Buster gets off a good one. Murphy takes it inside the 30, and he's going to be stopped just across the 30. Haley made the first attempt at him, and then Jeremy Sheeler and Roger Waddell finish him off. The ball at the 31-yard line.
Yes, it seems like that they're about 69 yards from the promised land. And that Salem defense, as we said, is fired up. But one thing to remember, Dave, they don't have to go all the way to the promised land and score a touchdown. A field goal situation will still win this football game for Parkview. So we're going to see the ball put in the air here.
Here we go. First down, 31-yard line. Parkview Sterling with the football. Smith going to look, going to throw. Got a man out there. It's Dudinsky, and he will be brought down by Jason Buster. Short gain, and again the clock running inside of 1:55.
Yes, but it was strictly a one-on-one situation with the wide receiver. What you want to do is you want to get that defense to come up quick. Then you're going to run the stop and go and try to hit the long bomb. So it's very important for the free safety to shade to this side of the field. Well, actually, they got wide receivers to both sides, so you may see a pump and go here.
There he goes. There's the pass. Got a man. It's Dudinsky. Dudinsky is going to be stopped by Nick Schmidt and Chris Schweizer, and it is shy of the midfield stripe. The score here is 21 for the Salem High Spartans, 20 for Parkview Sterling. We are back right after this.
Don't let the size of your house determine the size of your guest list. Aztec Rental, the party professionals, can create enough space for any occasion. Weddings, graduations, anniversaries, the perfect tailgate party, unforgettable children's parties, theme parties, company parties, prom parties. Aztec Rental for everything under the sun. Costumes, lattice work, specialty items for most any inside or outside event. Aztec Rental has what it takes to make your special occasion a time to remember. Aztec Rental, the party professionals, serving the Roanoke Valley, Blacksburg, and Lynchburg.
So you're tired of busy signals and hang-ups. Time to give Rovinet a call. Roanoke Valley's premier internet service provider. Unlike other internet providers, Rovinet is dedicated to providing personal service. We strive to make the customer happy. And with rates as low as $15.79 a month and bonus programs, your experience with Rovinet will be a fortunate one. So come for the price, but stay for the service. Call Rovinet, 362-5797. That's 362-5797 for Rovinet.
This is great! At midnight, we'll eat our way into the new millennium with this Gigundo party sub from Subway.
And no bacon on my section.
Eat your way into the new millennium with delicious 6-foot party subs and party platters from Subway.
Hold on. 3, 2... Oh, well, 'tis always the next millennium.
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
This beach near Hollywood and Vine. La 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 hooray, the season's here. Bands will play and stars will shine. La 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 hooray, it's set to cheer. Cars and boats, the legs are thrilling. La 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 hey hooray, make the scene. Santa Claus still gets top billing. He's making up a list, he's checking it again. You better make sure that you tune in.
Monday on the United Paramount Network, WDRL.
And back here to action as knocked down at the 48-yard line. Clock is running. We are inside of the 48-yard line, and they will call a timeout.
And Parkview did not make good use of the clock, because by the time that play was over, until it took them to call timeout, approximately 20 seconds ran off the clock. The other thing a minute ago, when they completed the pass to the sideline, that young man needed to get out of bounds to stop that clock. So they used the timeout here. But let's remember, they don't have to completely throw the long ball, as they've been successful at throwing it short, but the receiver's going to have to get out of bounds, and they're going to try to work their way into field goal range. And this youngster's made 68 out of 71 field goals. I mean, extra point, missed one today, but boy, would he like a chance for redemption.
He certainly would. We are down to a minute left here. Second down, about 5 for the first down. Parkview is in Salem territory at the 48. There is Smith. He will get the football. He will look. He will look. He will throw. He's got a man down there. And it is caught by Larson. Nick Schmidt came up. Larson took the pass as it was short, and he caught it inside the 25.
Well, the key here is that Salem's not getting a good pass rush. Smith is having some time to do what he does best, and that's pick and choose as far as his receivers.
And right there, the penalty marker comes down, and I'm not sure if they were trying to rush that thing, and they had to move, and so it will cost them 5.
Well, that's a precious 5, because before that it would have been a 41-yard field goal if they didn't gain another yard. Now it takes it to a 46-yard field goal, but the thing about it is, with the clock ticking down the way it is, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to pick up some more yardage, and again, we expect them to see them throw the short pass to get out of bounds, and it's so important for the Salem defense to get some pressure on them, and those linebackers have been dropping off in coverage. Let's see if they're going to bring them and try to make a big play, especially Dennis Haley.
Clock is running. We're inside of 35 seconds. There is the quarterback looking, going to throw long, got a man out there. Incomplete. Jeremy Sheeler with a phenomenal play as number 89, the intended receiver for Parkview. That is Jonathan Petrie, and with a tremendous defensive play, Jeremy Sheeler made a great recovery, knocking it down.
Well, the receiver is 6'3". Jeremy Sheeler is 5'11 and a half, so the pass wasn't quite high enough for Petrie to out-jump Sheeler. And Sheeler, again, the kind of football that he's played all year, again, the heart of a champion, made a big play at a big time.
Second down, 15 to go. Inside, 27 seconds remaining in this one. There goes running room. Stickley's going to get nowhere. He is stopped by number 3. That's Schweizer. They're trying to get up. The clock is running. The clock is running. They are down now to 14 seconds. Down to 11. And now he spikes it with 9.7 on the clock.
And what you're looking at with 9.7 is the ball is on the 29. So you're looking at, the ball is actually on the 28. So you're looking at a 45-yard field goal.
45-yarder. And this is for it. He makes it, they win. He misses it, Salem will win.
He kicks it with a low trajectory. We don't know if they got a chance to block it or not, but Salem's going to call timeout and probably try to ice him a little bit, and that's a good decision. It's just like when you send that player to the foul line with a chance to win a game, you don't let him shoot it without thinking about it a little bit. Same case scenario here.
Well, it seems like eons ago that we did the game at Rustburg when Martinsville and Rustburg met. This is a phenomenal game, and you can see the crowd, the total atmosphere of this state championship game, and this has been everything you would want in a state championship contest.
Now I'm going to add a little bit more. It's been everything we've expected and much, 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 much more.
All right, there you have it. The hold will be from number 9, Nick Smith, and Brandon DeVelli will try this one. It will be spotted at the 45. They will call another timeout. They will make DeVelli continue to work for it. They want him to continue to think about this one. And so as he thinks about it, we will take a break. The score, 21 Salem, 20 Parkview Sterling. We're back right after this.
On December 18th, Bull Fever is returning to Salem, Virginia. It's the 1999 NCAA Amos Alonzo Stag Bowl at Salem Stadium in Salem, Virginia. Come see the best Division III football teams battle it out to determine who's champion. For tickets, call 1-800-288-2122. That's 1-800-288-2122. Or log on to NCAAchampionships.com.
Quail Run Homes is the area's largest Fleetwood home center, and they will not be undersold. All Quail Run Homes feature a 5-year manufacturer's warranty, and with approved credit, you can get financing as low as 6.99% on all new homes. Quail Run Homes has homes starting as low as $13,500 with no money down. Single wides as low as $99 a month. Double wides as low as $199 a month. Ask about single parent and minimum wage plans, plus their land and home specialists. Quail Run Homes, Highway 220 North near Martinsville Speedway, the undisputed manufactured home price leader. We're not trying to be the biggest, just the best.
It's my biggest story ever.
Let's run with it. Nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. What tipped you off?
Let's just say there was something in the air.
Hi, I'm Marie Allen with RE/MAX First Olympic. Selling or buying a home is one of life's biggest events. Who you choose as your real estate agent is important. Let me work hard for you. Call me, Marie Allen, at 401-5050. That's 401-5050 for 100% professional service.
The best intention. We're not stupid enough to blow up anything here. The worst result.
Everyone was killed. There was this terrible explosion.
When a time warp creates a planetary disaster.
We're from the future.
Do you honestly expect us to believe all this? Will Paris and Janeway's visit to the past?
You're not to warn these people. That's an order.
Save a world or destroy it?
Their lives are on your conscience, Janeway!
On the next Star Trek Voyager.
Monday on the United Paramount Network, WDRL.
All right, here we are. This will be from the 35-yard line, 45-yard attempt. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is no good. My gracious, it is no good. That looked like it had the distance, and I couldn't tell, Don. Did it make it?
It made it, but it was wide left. They were kicking from this hash mark, meaning that being a soccer kicker, he had to come across the ball, and he just didn't get it centered, but he kicked it far enough. And I'm telling you, look at the sideline over there. We got people running on the field. The game isn't over yet. They got to get those folks off of the field. And there's Sandy Hadaway out there at her best, directing them off. The Salem people are a little too excited now, but anybody that's not excited to this football game better forget about excitement in their lifetime, because it's just, you think about a youngster who's kicked 68 out of 70 extra points. He misses one today, has an opportunity for redemption, and one snap, the game's over, and for the third time in 4 years, the Salem Spartans will be Virginia state champions.
Well, they will join, and let's call it a party here, because Brookville won the Division III AA. Floyd has a chance in Group A, so our area well represented. Mullins takes a knee. It is history. The victory is in the hopper. Salem wins this one 21-20, and I cannot say enough about the performance here. They fell behind 14-0, came back, tied it, Parkview took the lead 20-14, but then they got that all-important touchdown pass. Mullins to Buster. Schmidt added the extra point, and that is the difference.
Yeah, but the difference too, Dave, is this has been a team and is a team of champions. You see Jeremy Sheila make big plays. You see Buster making big plays. You see Dennis Haley making big plays. And then the defense just was not going to be scored on at the end. And it's very unfortunate for Parkview that they had such a bad use of the clock because it cost them dearly in the end when they didn't have the time. I think they would prefer to maybe have kicked about a 40-yard field goal, and maybe they thought their chances were better. But it's just something they didn't do. But as I said earlier, I can't look at Parkview and say they are a loser because they are certainly a fine football team.
They both are, and we will be back for the post-game show with a final score here. Salem High School, the Division IV Group AA state champions, 21. Parkview Sterling, 20. We're back right after this.
Don't let the size of your house determine the size of your guest list. Aztec Rental, the party professionals, can create enough space for any occasion. Weddings, graduations, anniversaries, the perfect tailgate party, unforgettable children's parties, theme parties, company parties, prom parties. Aztec Rental for everything under the sun. Costumes, lattice work, specialty items for most any inside or outside event. Aztec Rental has what it takes to make your special occasion a time to remember. Aztec Rental, the party professionals, serving the Roanoke Valley, Blacksburg, and Lynchburg.
This is great! At midnight, we'll eat our way into the new millennium with this Gigundo party sub from Subway.
And no bacon in my section.
Eat your way into the new millennium with delicious 6-foot party subs and party platters from Subway.
4, 3, 2. Oh well, 'tis always the next millennium.
Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Because of the large number of requests for tapes of the state championship game, WDRL-TV is making the Salem championship tapes available for a short period of time for $19.95. These tapes are without commercial interruption. Please make all checks payable to the Animation Zone at WDRL-TV, P.O. Box 14005, Roanoke, Virginia, 24038-4005.
Hey, they were tough.
Hey, Willis.
We couldn't quite handle it.
Thanks for a heck of a game, buddy. I got to tell you, you know how to have a nail biter, don't you?
Well, you know, you've had so many bad ones at our place this year. We wanted to give you one good one, Dave.
Well, you did a great job of it. The other thing is, what a tremendous job your kids did, got behind, but still didn't quit and did what you had to.
They did. We had our chances to roll over there. You know, boy, they were quick. We weren't quite at full strength this week. They were real quick. I wasn't sure we could handle them, but I told the kids at halftime, we don't have to be better than them. All we have to do is score more than they do.
Well, you did a great job. Congratulations. Fantastic job, Willis. And keep up your good work, my friend.
Thank you.
Here with Andy Mullins and Jacob Buster, and fellas, a great game. And tell us a little bit about the touchdown pass.
I told him in the huddle, I was like, you run the best post you can, and I laid it out there for him having defense, and he caught it.
Jacob, that was a great catch, but it looked like a perfect pass as well.
Yeah, I told Andy to make sure he threw it so he couldn't even catch it.
Well, I'll tell you what, the other thing is you got to give a lot of credit not only to you guys, but the defense as well. They really stood tall when they had to, didn't they?
Yeah, defense stepped it up when we needed to.
Andy, to wrap it up as you have, you got to feel good about it, don't you?
Yes, I feel good about winning another state championship after people thought we wouldn't. I'll be back here.
Well, listen, congratulations to both of you guys for another state championship.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
You wouldn't wear it. You wouldn't say it.
It's the man who drove me to my pill habit.
If you knew how to take a pill, we wouldn't be stuck with 3 kids.
You wouldn't even think it.
I choose to save my virginity for some wrinkled old wheeze bag with a ton of money and a month to live.
But they would. Meet the Malloys, TV's most dysfunctional family. And they're living unhappily ever after.
World Wrestling Federation Entertainment presents the fastest growing show on network television. Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Mankind, China, the Bulldog. The brightest stars in sports entertainment get it on every Thursday. WWF SmackDown.
Thursday on the United Paramount Network, WDRL.
Well, we wrap up a fantastic season with none other than Don Lee and the Stat Man. And before I go on, do want to say a special word of thanks to all the many high schools and coaches, athletic directors who we've dealt with this year, and most importantly to the fine sponsors, two of which I've got to mention, Aztec Rental with Bill Brown and George Belton and David Dillon over at First Team Auto Mall. They've been with us ever since we started this 14 years ago, and all of the sponsors have been fantastic. And Don, when you talk about a game, this is what it's all about.
This is a game of games. Every player on that football team has the heart of a champion. And let's remember one thing, the coaching staff, they are champions. And at least not remember that the city of Salem is a city of champions, because this is what they want and this is what they get. And gosh, do they support it.
And Statman, just a fantastic performance by the Spartans.
I think what a year for Salem. They did it again this year, but it was a great ball game. One of the better high school football games I've ever been around. Parkview came out, gave it all they got. Salem gave it all they got, but it was a real great ball game.
And so that wraps up this win, the 21-20 victory for the Salem High Spartans. And do want to say, no question about it, just as the Mules did the job in the trenches for the Salem High Spartans, the guys behind the scenes you cannot say enough about. Guys like Chris Arnold, Jeff Goen, along with John and Carl Sherman. Without their help, this would not be possible. Thanks to them, they've done a fantastic job all season long.
And a special thanks to you, Dave, for your contributions over a 14-year period and all that you've done to promote high school football. It couldn't have been done without you, my man.
Well, we appreciate it, and we appreciate all the fine folks who have helped to make this possible. Once again, a salute to the champions, the Salem Spartans 21, Parkview Sterling 20. That's it for this year. We'll see you for year number 15. I'm Dave Ross. Thanks for watching.